Hello. Did I answer all your questions or did I miss any? Oh shit. No, not really. You can still eat fish. It depends on which one it is. Like, obviously, a typhoon might take a few minutes to come in, just like a tsunami might take a few minutes to come in. Yeah, but like, let me read some of these. Plague of fish, plague of sharks, plague of eels are all going to be instant. Uh, they fall from the sky, so don't be standing anywhere out in the open. No, they fall from the sky. So imagine sharks raining down from the fucking storm clouds and just biting into people because they're fucking merciless. Um, no, not really. And a few people know what this does, so yeah, pretty much. Alpha would try to steal it from you, probably. Um, I will be trying to use bicycle cards or something this round. Yes, but I will not be watching them yet. I'm gonna try to figure this out first. I did not. Fuck. Um. Okay. You can't just tell what it does. Did she do?
Go back and go.
Yes. Oh, I'm not surprised. Sounds about right coming from her. What? Yeah, you probably didn't find anything because that bot's commands list is fucking stupid, Fox. Yeah. Been like that for a while. It's really annoying.
Do it. I'll do it. I think it's sacred.
Alright. I have updated the random encounter rules. Yeah, I basically created random encounter rules, I should say. Not really so much that I updated them. No, I homebrewed a random encounter rule to incorporate using bicycle cards. I think it would be cool to actually punish you guys for sucking at your jobs. Or not, because you could always run in case something strong gets spawned. I do, because I would imagine if you guys get a face card, you don't want to stick around too long. That's my general goal. What about the fourth card? The second card drawn. Determine the combat rating. Any face card will result in a combat rating of 2. I do, in my hand actually. I just shuffled them. I've also given you guys... No, I'm not gonna stack. I've also given you guys the opportunity to choose how you want to, like, run, though. Especially with the first card, having surprise is really helpful if you can call it correctly. And then the fourth card, on request. Nope. Try not to make it that complicated. Oh shit, that shuffle. Yes. It is pretty awesome. And Moogle and Matt. Yana asked who it was. As far as I know, they have been opted in to speak and stream. Oh. That's fine. You guys can wait until we start. I am streaming. On Twitch. It's my gamer tag. I mean, I haven't done anything. Also, I'm kind of godlike at this game, so... I am currently. I'm just gonna go to Europa and sit around and farm shit while you guys are talking. And game just like I did last time. What? I feel like she has a one-track mind, where she just wants to fight anything and everything, and diplomacy is not a thing with her. And I feel like whenever there's nothing major going on, that's why she doesn't want to do shit. Who did she tell you she mains? Oh yeah, she definitely mains Jackal. She is not interested in stuff like that. It's sad, I know. I mean, we can always kill her off and just replace her with Luke.
Don't you dare make that joke.
Oh, you don't want Luke going around trying to fuck everyone in the party?
No!
I mean, not really. Alpha's been pretty chill. Speaking of, where is he? He's on YouTube. Yana will not be in the party today, but she will be listening in. Yana will not be in the party today. She will be listening in. Did you hit your head on the fucking mirror? The red truck or the excursion? Okay. Technically it could be. Just, it really means that you've just broken up with your oath, really. And then there could be... No, not really. You can be an Oathbreaker Paladin. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just gonna be like, story-wise, there will be some things... Like, there are some Oathbreaker Paladins who actually, they play an Oathbreaker on purpose, and then their main drive and their story is to go back to their oath. You don't get the same benefits that you usually do. Not a bad thing, but it is at the same time.
Did you message Alpha, or do I need to do that?
I guess someone else needs to do it.
So I'll do it. I was talking to Fox because I thought she was on it. Where in D&D Beyond do you find the religions?
Probably underneath sources. Let me check. There's also like a shit ton of religions, though.
Yeah, but I wanted to at least know like the names of them so I can see if there are any of them that are familiar. I only know like the Traveler, the Fiend, and Timora.
Guess you can check inside the player's handbook.
I don't even know how to get to my handbooks, to be honest with you. I guess under sources, huh?
Yes. It says Gods of the Multiverse in here underneath dependencies.
Under where?
Yeah. Okay, so sources. First one underneath source book is player's handbook. You can click on that, and then there will be a section in there for appendices. You can click on the Gods of the Multiverse appendices. That will have.
And then it's like buy. Let's be to buy it, Philip.
It really does want you to buy it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I got to it and you can't.
Did you buy the handbook?
Oh.
Wasn't this the one that you were running the game out of the first time you tried to run it?
No, I have a physical copy.
I do too, somewhere. I don't know where it is though. I don't think it's that one though. I've got the one with the dragon on it.
Spire Peak. It sounds a lot like Spire Peak.
It's the one. Let's see. It's a red book with the bronze or red dragon on it.
Okay, then it's definitely not Spire Peak.
Actually, I don't even see it in the list of these.
Save spot, and I will read some of these information.
I guess I could always just look on other site. It just would be kind of helpful to be able to read up on them here.
So we are playing in the Forgotten Realms. So it says the dozens of deities are revered, worshipped, and feared throughout the world of Forgotten Realms. At least 30 deities are widely known across the realms. Many more are worshipped locally by individual tribes, small cults, or certain sects of larger religious temples.
Okay.
Deities of the Forgotten Realms.
Biomes.
So there's a whole chart in here for that. Neat.
I heard that the Curse of Strahd is like one of the best freaking adventures, and I'm kind of tempted to buy it, even though I don't think I'll be running a campaign because I get too nervous and lock up, but we'll see. Does sound...
You can just do what I do and just roll to make sure everything happens instead of telling out of your head like, oh yeah, this happens or that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Corrected it to Edmund!
Where the fuck is Alpha at?
I don't know, I texted him and he ignored it, so... I wonder if he did the same thing and got on Discord.
New homebrew rule, you miss 3 sessions, your character automatically dies.
Oh, come on, what if I have to work? That's not fair.
It's perfectly fair, don't miss any sessions. This is your life now.
It doesn't put food on the table, I'm not streaming.
Well, I don't make any money off of streaming either, so...
I mean, we could start and he could be asleep, because we are at the end and he could have a good snoo.
Yeah. I like this idea. Kenyana, are you listening? Yana, you listening? Are you listening? Okay, enough. Okay, so like most regular mornings, for the most part, some of you are a little not as well rested as others because of certain nightmares that you may or may not have had last night.
God
You
damn
all
it.
kind of groggily wake up. Been a long night. You all kind of do your morning rituals to get ready. The sun starts to sleep through the windows, just like it usually is in this wonderful, accursed place. You come downstairs, and this is the first breakfast in a while that's actually really fucking nice, because Jerry has now been replaced by 6 gnomes. So thankfully, it is a giant feast of bacon, sausage, eggs, omelets, sunny side up eggs, fried eggs, a host of all different various types of fruit that has been freshly cut and peeled. It is just a feast of various different breakfast items, because there are just way more staff that have been able to attend to this now that there are new gnomes, and you guys have directly contributed to this, fortunately. The table is open, as it usually is in the mornings. You kind of all start to, one by one, get down there, group up.
Alright. Sog is just eating food off the table like that one gif of Ron Weasley just eating at the banquet.
I have not seen this GIF. Is it, like, disgusting?
No, it's not disgusting.
Post
Hang on.
it.
Let's see if I can find it. Okay, it kinda is.
Let me see.
Let me see, if I can find one that's not so...
It's that graphic? Jesus.
It's not, it's just like... Take a second to breathe, kid. That's a little bit tamer than I was...
Okay. Okay. So you're doing that. You are enjoying everything that they have had to offer you. Before you can finish one item, you're like moving on to a next. Combining different items in your mouth. Anyone else want to eat? Anything and everything. It's a giant feast because this is the first time that the gnomes have been here to really serve.
Yeah, so I'm gonna eat something light and I'm gonna go out to the... Is there a courtyard in this place?
No. It's just front door, and you can walk out to the main street.
So I'm just gonna eat something light and then just walk out front and just practice... Practice my mace and all that to keep myself trained.
Okay. It's fine. You can do that.
Keep my skills sharp.
Fox, you are continuing to eat your bowl of wonderful fucking fruit. It's fresh fruit, which is fantastic. It's like apples, peaches, pears, peaches, honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon. It's like a cocktail of fruit. Fantastic. Lemon pastries? Okay, there's a platter in their like buffet line. Taking the whole platter? Okay,
Is it like the... as tall as a fucking gnome?
so one of the gnomes who are currently serving just kind of looks at you with, like, seriously face. Alright, you take the whole platter and people start kind of whispering about you. Tarkal and 8-Spay are going to eat as well. 8-Spay is going to make Tarkal's plate for her. Would like to discuss what? Or are you guys just eating and fucking dipping?
Well, after Song is done eating, she would like to tune her instrument.
Okay.
For the day.
Which instrument are you tuning?
Well, the lyre? I mean, I don't think you can tune a pan flute.
I guess fair point, yeah. So you kind of test your strings on it a little bit. Kind of adjust it as needed. Get it nice and in tune. It might help you on some of your performance rolls. Why not? Who knows? Anyone else want to do anything?
Well, Gilgamesh must have just woke up.
Hey, he's still up in his room. He has not come down yet. Oh yeah. Pretty nice. You're currently missing from your table. No, she is currently asleep. She's kind of snuggled up to you a little bit. There's like a rope next to the nightstand. If you pull on the rope, it'll like go through a whole bunch of pulleys down to the kitchen. A bell will ring, and it'll like signify to them that you're requesting something. Okay. After a couple minutes, a little small knock comes at your door. It's pretty quiet. Of course, sir, right away. What would you like? We are serving in a giant feast, so pretty much anything and everything. It will be done, sir. There are like soft pitter-pat foots going away. He's going to bring you everything that you just asked for. The call is with 8-Spay downstairs, Kenyana. Oh, we are at the table. 8-Spay has made you your food. After like 5 minutes, Alpha, this gnome comes back up. Everything that you've requested. A nice silver tray with cutlery and silverware, or cutlery and chinaware as needed, so that you guys can actually eat off the plates if you don't want to eat off the platter. Would you like him to leave it at the door, or would he come in and give it to you? His name is Arby. Yeah, Arby. Like the restaurant. Just without an S. We had it for lunch today. There was a cup in front of me. He asked for a name, and I was like, I didn't expect this, but Arby it is.
Burger King and McDonald's are downstairs along with Subway.
Don't forget the Pizza Hut.
No,
Yeah, Pizza Hut.
it'll be actual names like Wendy.
There's also a gnome down there that's called Little Caesar.
There will be a Caesar.
About Jersey Mike.
I like that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting them.
Song steps outside and picks up a stick and goes to practice with Dojima.
Okay. Try to... Are you, like, sparring with him?
A little bit of a practice spar, yeah.
Okay, so... You're having this really gentle practice spar, like most kids do when they're young. And then their older brother usually retaliates a little too hard, so... Dojima and you are sparring. He swings his mace, and it shatters your stick in half. He did not mean to do it. It was clearly an accident. Now your stick is in half. He broke it.
Song realizes that maybe the stick is not strong enough, so she pulls out her old rusty sword and continues to practice.
Okay. You continue to spar wonderfully. This is a little better, but it is getting a nicks in it, basically, whenever you're kind of hitting with it. Overhang. Yeah, you're watching Dojima basically kick Song's ass, but half letting her think that she's doing something when she's really not.
I don't know. Probably showing her, like, fixing her stance and all that stuff, you know.
You're trying to. It's weird
Teaching her.
because Kinku anatomy is slightly different.
Yeah.
Yes. Bird legs.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach her how to keep a level stance. And how to hold.
Bay and Tarkal are kind of standing with Nyx, just kind of with her. Watching. Tarkal is happily watching Song, but also very worried at the same time because she doesn't want Song to get hurt. You're doing that. Emily, where are you at? Jesus Christ. How many are you gonna eat before you stop? You took the whole platter and you're only gonna eat fucking 3? They're gonna go bad. You can't just keep them.
Really?
There are
She kept
50
the
on the
crab
platter,
for how long?
and you ate 3 of them, so there's 47 left. Okay. Are you gonna put the platter back for the gnomes? Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ.
She could have been an asshole and just dumped it on the floor.
They can stack themselves? What the fuck? Alright, despite Gilgamesh not being with you guys, you kind of have a general idea of where he's been, and you kind of don't want to bother him right now.
Song has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. You do that. It is a full-ass platter stacked full of everything that you have asked from him. It's fantastic. It's also hot. More importantly, it's not fucking cold because that would suck ass. There is. It's a king-size bed. she's kind of weary-eyed when she wakes up. You can tell it's been a pretty long night for both of you. It's kind of taken its toll. She is awake. She's kind of staring at you happily. Oh. What do you get? So she kind of sits up in bed a little bit, and the blanket falls off of her, and she's still butt-ass fucking naked. She's not ashamed, though. She kind of chooses a fair share of eggs, and protein, and potatoes. Makes her own plate, and then she looks at you. She asks what you want, so that she can make it for you. Syrup do you want on it? There are 3 kinds of syrup. There's a maple, there is a blueberry, and then there is a honey-based one. Okay. Which syrup do you want on it so that she can make it for you? Okay, she does exactly what you want her to do. Let's just say that, because I put a lot of syrup on mine, so I don't know what the average is for most people. That was me being stupid as a DM. She just does what you want, basically. So just imagine what you thought.
Oh. I like to drown my...
I too like to drown my pancakes. So you have received your pancakes and she has hers. I get to eat with one another basically for a very pleasant night. Anything else that anyone wants to do? Well, Gilgamesh and this woman whose name I don't know want to eat.
No.
God dang, none of you want to do anything? It's first thing in the morning. You don't want to discuss what you're going to do this fucking day?
I mean, we already gotta know what we're doing today.
What are you fucking doing today?
We're
Siren
spying on
ladies
the
here.
Siren
Are-
talk, yeah. For 2
Yeah.
minutes, talk.
That not at night? I could have sworn that was at night.
Didn't give a time of day, so we just figured it was during the day. Like, we even said what time
it
you...
was?
No, we asked you what time, you didn't
Darn,
say.
you said meh.
Clearly, it was not in message then. So... maybe it'll be a good idea to find someone who might know more information and ask what time it's going to be at.
They fell what time's the meeting at.
If I didn't tell you originally, then that means there was a reason why I didn't tell you originally. So I'm thinking either the
The one
person
that come on the
didn't...
paper, you know, when they looked at it?
What paper? Where'd you get the paper from?
It was on the desk or in his office. Pay attention, man.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, he
boss
would
couldn't
definitely
figure
know
out
what
the
time.
sets. Boss, it was you and Arkle.
There's no dirty thoughts in this bird brain.
Not much in that bird brain.
so since it's him, I'm just going to say that the time is going to be at like 9 o'clock at night. Because he would definitely know what time it was supposed to be at. You have all day to do something else. Unless you just want to wait all day. I mean, I'm down with that too. I'll start the random encounters right now. Don't try me.
Song gently puts away her sword and signals Dojima that she's done there, and she opens up her backpack and spreads out the stuff that she has on the ground, pulls out a pencil and paper, because before she went to bed last night, she decided to offer Dojima stuff again.
Okay. Dojima, do you want anything?
I look at her stuff, but I'm just not really seeing something that Dojima really wants to take from her. Just because it's her stuff, like, really it's her stuff. Outside, you know, just confiscate the TNT just to be safe, if anything. But, like, I start looking at it and figure, there might be something here we could use. Some of the stuff here we could use might be able to deal with the cultists, maybe at least anything we can put down.
Okay. She'd like to take the TNT from her then?
I will hold on to it for now, just to be safe.
Okay, you pick up the 2 bundles of TNT.
Gently set in my backpack.
Yes.
Song is like, kinda sadly reaching towards it, but she did offer it, so then she, like, I guess, since Dojima didn't say anything, she starts to scoop her stuff back in her bag. Song is cool, she stuffed her face.
So Tarkal kind of leans into Song after seeing her get all kind of sad and moody and says, "Don't worry, we'll get more later."
Song is instantly happy again.
So we have until 9 o'clock to do something. Unless, like I said, you guys just want a long rest all day and chill here.
I mean, we can check the bounty board to see if there's any other jobs.
There are a couple other loose ends as well. I will remind you as a good DM. Barry is still out there and about doing whatever Barry does throughout the day.
Yeah.
Fortuna is out there still.
That's who we're gonna go spy on, though. Yeah.
Right. You're gonna...
Barry, Fortuna, we can...
You
You can try to set up the plan, Matt, since everybody's here, except for Gilgamesh, because he's busy with his lady friend.
Okay. You kind of let her know what's going on and that you do have other companions in a fucking
We're all outside at the moment.
friendship circle that you need to go attend to as well. She kind of gathers that this is pretty regular for you guys and that this place is a fucked up place and you are really needed to fix it, so she's not upset that you are leaving. Make your way downstairs. There's a window along the front and you can kind of see that everyone is standing out front, so you can walk out there without having to worry about getting lost or anything. Gilgamesh is now with the party.
Alright.
Everyone is present.
Alright. So we know that the crab people's base of operations is pretty much just a giant cavern.
A hole in the ground.
And all that. Is there like, we know that there's an upper area that the tunnels lead into the area, but is there ones down below that lead into it, or?
Yes. It's like a whole bunch of different tunnels lead into this one area at various different heights. There are some down at the bottom as well.
So we might be able to wipe out a good portion of them, since I noticed Son has a bag of dust of dryness. We might be able to use that to be able to seal the entrances and the tunnels and flood it, and possibly use a thunder spell to wipe the rest of them out.
It did make you leave. So you're gonna seal some of the tunnels at the bottom so that they can't escape.
Right.
Flood it with salt water.
Yep. If anything, you said there is waterfalls that are flowing down in there as well. So, like, if anything, the dryness doesn't give us enough water to fill, we can always use the TNT to also blow the waterfalls out.
Okay. and then you're going to use a thunder spell to electrocute everything down there.
Yeah, that's the plan. We can
pretty
hopefully
fucking
wipe out
solid.
if anything, if to try to keep them from escaping, we can always use the bird omelet to carry the shiny brick and drop it into the center, force them to swim towards it so they can't get away.
Okay, you lost me there.
Breeze got the shiny brick that distracts people.
Yeah.
Well, we pretty much tell Omelet the Owl to grab it and pretty much fly into like the center to distract all the people, and then drop it into the water. The brick will sink. They'll swim down after it because they're entranced by it, so they won't be able to try to swim to get to like the lights and try to get out of the water as fast as they can.
Okay, this makes sense.
We pretty much then electrocute the water. Those that we don't get, we blow our tunnel that we were escape out of, and they're pretty much trapped down there. Simple enough plan. Might not be able to wipe Groucho out, but we can at least get rid of a good chunk of the people out of the way. Unless we have to deal with that later down the line.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, that's a plan.
Speaking of which, Song would like to recall the image that she saw in the church.
Which one?
The one with the real blind one slaying the other gods.
Okay, it was Gubby who was doing it. There was no real blind
Yes,
one there.
Duppy.
So killed the big whale, the black whale. For that. He killed a shrimp. You know that. He killed Groucho. His item that he was using when he killed Groucho was a mace with a lantern on the end of it.
Does Song know that it's Groucho now? Did
Yes.
Gilgamesh say it at the party? Okay. I'm sure she does because of the dream. Do we know what that mace is? Can we possibly go back to the, I mean, I guess I'd have to signal. Something writes on a piece of paper. Thing, church.
See if we can learn more about that mace. That could be useful for us if we end up having to fight Groucho.
I would bet pretty heavily on having to fight Groucho.
Because we don't kill him in this attempt.
We'll
Like
probably
almost
not kill him
all-
in this attempt.
I never know.
We'll probably not even scratch him in this attempt. I'm just dead honest. He currently resides in a palace in the middle of their broken-ass city. It's the only stone structure in the entirety of the city. He's at the top of it. I can imagine that you can flood out most of the city, but I don't think that you flooding the city is really going to reach to the top of his palace like that. So you'll basically turn the bottom of the cavern to a sea with an island at the center. A portion of the island will be part of the palace.
It gets rid of his army for the most part, except for maybe people on the upper floors, but that's a big
Yes.
chunk of people.
Which is a giant... That's good for you guys.
Are we going to the church?
I mean, not if you do it smart, not really.
I mean, think about it. We have the crab costumes that I can use to hide. We have... Gilgamesh has the cloak invisibility that he can use to go invisible to help plant the TNT. So... Still, it could help. Get through. Breeze got invisibility, so you can get down there. Then we have the disguise kit. Someone can wear the disguise kit and disguise themselves as a cultist. So we can technically get in there and, you know, get
I
everything.
vote we do that with Tarkal so she doesn't have to pass any stealth checks.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. And if anything, the other two can wait up top with, like, you know, a ladder. Like a ladder or a rope for us to climb up so we can get out of there. Or if anything, they can start, if there's any ladders up to like the upper parts, they can start, you know, taking them down so that way they can't start immediately climbing when the dust of dryness activates and starts flooding the room.
Song opens up her pack of dust of dryness to see how much she has.
What's the effect? What does it do? And I'll tell you how much.
The small packet contains a 1d6 plus 4 pinches of dust. You can use an action to sprinkle a pinch of it over water. The dust turns into a cube of water 15 feet on a side into one marble-sized pellet, which floats or rests near where the dust was sprinkled. The pellet's weight is negligible. Someone can use an action to smash the pellet against a hard surface, causing the pellet to shatter and release the water the dust absorbed. Doing so ends that pellet's magic. And the rest of it is about fighting elementals, which we're not doing right now, so I'm not
So
gonna
if we have a ton of those pouches, we can chuck them from the top.
I only have one pouch, but it has
But-
pinches in it.
Yeah, it depends on how many pinches we got. We can just chuck all of them from the top after we got them full of water. And once when they hit
Just
the
crush it
ground,
against the
they'll
archway.
detonate. Oh, once when they hit the ground after we chuck them, they're gonna just detonate.
You can use them to throw them at a grouch and knock them off the pillar. You just throw it, it's impact.
Yeah, I mean, there's been people that talked about using the dust of dryness to hide cubes in like sandwiches where the guy bites into and the water explodes their head.
I'm not doing that, that's just evil.
Yeah,
It can fall from that height and probably break, so you'll be fine.
yeah. We'll probably be high enough up that it will destroy.
Well, you need to roll a 1d6/4 because that's what it said at the very beginning. To determine how much of it
1d6
you have.
plus 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, 10. It's 6.
Eight.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's still a
So
decent
you
amount
have-
to use.
You have 8 pellets.
Awesome. I would like to save one, so if anything, we'll fill at least 7 of them. Yeah. We'll have to go to the ocean to do that, though.
Not too hard.
Did it tell you how much water it holds?
It's a... I think it's a... 15 feet on a side. It's a cube of water, so there you go.
15 by 15 by 15.
Yes.
So that's 15 and 15. Hold on. I'll ask Google.
It's a lot of water.
It's not gonna, like, reach near the top. If anything, it'll at least just soak the people. But that's why we can...
3,375 cubic feet of water per pellet. That's a lot of fucking water.
Yeah, that's definitely flood enough the area
Shit,
to where
do we even
one
need
electric
that
spell-
much, though?
Yes.
I mean, safe than sorry, yes, probably.
Alright, no problem.
I won't actually do the math because I have a head cannon. You guys probably won't have enough to fill it as high as I'm gonna make it. I'm basically
we
gonna
need
give
to
you guys the
we just
benefit
need
of
to
the doubt
be
on this one.
We just need to fill enough to where it's high enough that we won't be wet from it and be electrocuted. That's more or less all we need.
I don't think it's gonna be near that high, because if he's on the tower and we were above the city, then it's not gonna even come near us at all.
It's fine.
I think you guys will be
Like I
fine.
said, I think, like I said, the most part we need to worry about is just wiping out most.
We do
pretty much
need
the
to
army.
make sure that some of the water is like 5 feet from us. That like maybe make a. That's why I'm saying crush it on the archway so we can strike the archway with the lightning and hope that it travels down through the trail of water. Because the thunderclap doesn't go that far.
Right.
Hi, S9. We are doing a DnD session. If you want to listen, you can stay, but that's what we're doing. But you see what I'm saying, Matt?
Yeah.
Because you have to put in consideration the range of the spell. Actually, how far are the waterfalls away from Archway?
There is one to the right, like 25 feet. Pretty close.
You could always strike the waterfall if anything.
You can
Yeah.
travel down the waterfall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, yeah, we can do that. But, can we, like, start heading to the church? Do we have to roll for that?
Yes, that will be a survival check. Get less than a 5, please.
No!
Yes.
Stop it!
Yes.
15, bitch!
Ah, dang it. It's a...
You'd have to roll a 1, because you got a +4 survival, so you'd have to roll a nat 1. in order to-
Well, I was kind of hoping she rolled it at 1 then. Song is once again leading the way to the church.
This bird can't punch, but she can survive for the damn.
Song is, playing her lyre on the way to the church.
Okay, it sounds fantastic after your recent tuning of it. You're kind of rubbing it into God's face that you fucking passed your survival check at this point. You're gonna make it to the church with no incident, unfortunately, because of your survival check. It was a pretty pleasant walk over here in the morning. Most of the people are kind of out and about, walking about. You pass by Linda's home again. I had to think of her name, I'm sorry. And she is once more not outside. She is nowhere to be seen. There are no lights on inside the house because it's blacked out. And it kind of makes your skin
Probably a
crawl
good
a little bit thinking about shit yesterday. So, you make it to the church, and there's the sister currently outside watering some of the flowers that are about. Her wonderful little sprout suit.
So, Song waves at her to get her attention.
Okay. She waves back and says hello, good morning. May Guppy bless you.
Then she points and like at the door and like motions for her to follow.
Okay. She follows.
Song walks up close as she can to the mural without like being at the wall.
Okay. Yep.
And she takes out a piece of paper and she writes, "What weapon?" Of course it's misspelled because Song can't spell for shit. So,
Okay.
I'll let you just interpret how it's spelled.
Yeah. With a whole bunch of numbers. Elite speak. So she looks at you, and she goes, "The weapon? Oh, I mean the mace of light bearing was the weapon that Guppy used in his mystical battle with Groucho, that he inevitably defeated him with." Alright, good talk.
Song write. I'm sorry, I was typing. Song writes where?
You're asking where it's at? Is what she replies with. You
Yes.
said where. Okay. So she says, kind of taps her chin. She's like, I really don't know, to be honest with you. It's not exactly something that we just have lying around. You'd probably have to ask Guppy himself. He might be able to tell you. But that requires communing with him, and that's kind of a difficult thing to do. I don't think anyone and everyone can just commune with a god, you know?
Would the mural have any like hints of its location?
Roll investigation.
Right.
Damn.
Damn. I tried.
It's a very pretty mural to you, but there's just nothing on it that immediately stands out to you. You guys can all try if you want to. It was unfortunately not good enough. So, no, it is not a nat 20. Alpha was correct. Alright, song. So, it's very subtle in the background, and the only reason you notice it is because you're standing at a very slight angle. With the sun coming through one of the big windows above the altar from before, there's a section of the mural on the back side where it's usually gray for the wall. It's a slightly different gray, and the image that you can make out in it, it's like a holographic card basically. The image that you can make out is floor plan of the fortress.
Song takes out another piece of paper and copies what she sees.
Okay. That's fucking brilliant. I didn't think about that. So you copy it down exactly because that's what you're good at as a kinku, and you can show it to everyone else as you see fit.
Song turns and looks at the lady and says, "Thank you."
She doesn't understand what you're thanking her for, other than, I guess, the information, and she just kind of bows and says, "May Guppy be with you."
Song,
Tarkov cat song triumphantly. Excuse me.
Song then shares the drawing with the group.
Okay, so you all are currently looking at a floor plan of the fortress. It's not the same floor plan that you guys are familiar with. There's one room on this floor plan that is not listed on the regular fortress, and it is in the same section that Lettuce's room is in. It's where it's at, but it's like an extension of her room.
Oh dear God, we've got to go to that lady again?
She
Song
might not be in
is-
there. If we go there now, she might not be there in the morning, so we can
Oh,
probably
that is
get in.
true.
She's not there in the morning. Yeah.
Song is a little worried, but she's ready to go get this weapon now. I'm not sure if she knows fully of its power, but it must be important if Guppy's using it. Oh God.
You might have to, just so we can get past the guards.
It's true.
Every time we've gone there, jump off.
They might have gotten smart to it though, Alpha.
I have charm person and stuff too. We have persuasive people.
Yeah, we do have some that can get past it, but I mean, worst case scenario, that'll be our answer. just jump up again.
Don't worry, Bird Cosby's on the case. We're gonna knock their asses out again.
Yeah,
So,
first
can you
let's
handle
go.
my rum?
More?
Alright.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna hand you more.
Are we by the dock right now?
Cutting
like,
you off.
Close.
Come on, dude. I'm not even tipsy.
Cutting you off!
Philip?
Yes, this is by one of the docks.
So before we head out to the fortress, Sonkos takes the 7 dusts of dryness and dips them into the water to fill them up.
Okay. So when you fill them up, they change from being like clear to a nice green-blue is representative of the water in this area.
Then
And now be careful with those.
The string is longer than my old one.
This
Put them in
is
a bag.
this is a magic item, right?
yes.
Technically,
Okay.
yes.
I'm gonna throw you guys a bone. If they're inside the pouch is enchanted in a way that they will not burst inside the pouch.
Alright.
I was just gonna put them in an empty potion bottle, but yeah, sure, let's do that then.
I cut you off! You don't need any fucking more!
Roll Constitution, Tarkal?
Disappointed in you.
Well, to my life.
Alright, well then Song
I don't
offers
need
the
to.
Song offers the 7 dusts to Gilgamesh.
Okay. A magic item.
The dust of dryness that are already filled.
To keep them from crushing.
You can put them in your bag of holding, so that way they're in a more secure location.
So they don't crush and explode, and then, like, all the plan was for nothing.
And then we have a bird that just explodes in water.
I'll be fine. Because apparently I've learned how to swim. Guppy has taught me a lot of things. Alright, Song makes her... I was told that. Song makes her way to the fortress. Do I need to roll for it?
Yes, you're gonna fucking roll for it. Fail! Fail!
Come on, 20. Oh no!
It was above 5. It was above 5. Doesn't mean we're going in the right direction, but it was above 5. Philip, did you mute yourself?
Kenyana's asking questions.
Oh.
So you rolled a 7, which is fortunately good enough for you to not run into any trouble along the way. It does take a little longer than usual. You are kind of distracted by the prettiness of the ocean in the morning with the sunrise going on, so you're just kind of... Well, not, the sun is up now, but it's still low, so it's kind of pretty. But you do manage to eventually get to the fortress. Fortress right now does not have its usual people around it because it's so fucking early in the morning. There is a sign on the door that says closed, and there are no windows that have any light coming out of them currently.
Is there a lock on the door?
Yes, the door is probably locked. You should shake the door handle. Okay,
Song
yeah,
uses
it's
the key
locked.
that she officially got from this fortress to see if it works.
Alright. Go for it. Roll a d100, and I will roll a d100.
Here we go. Look at the bird.
A 30%, so you have to beat whatever my d100s roll.
Not one.
Oh my god.
Bird, get door open?
Got a 7, Matt. Yeah, the door swings open easily as this fucking key does in fact fit this lock. Not very secure that this place is using the same locks on every single fucking door. So, as the door swings open, all the lights are currently off inside of the fortress, and it seems to be pretty deserted.
Well, we know what we're looking for, so I might as well just head over to...
Song carefully scans the room to see if anyone is in it.
Perception check. Go for it. Alright, Song, right now there is nobody in the room. You can see
Alright.
pretty much the entirety of the arena, the booth that Lettuce usually sits in, and a little bit of the food court, and you don't see a damn soul anywhere. That's gonna be a check, not R. close. Alright, Alpha, you're pretty well stealthed. With the dimness and the darkness of this current fortress setting, just kind of vanish to your party. Your party currently has no idea where the fuck you are at.
The House of Salvation seeks.
Is it so dark that those of us without dark vision need a light?
I would consider getting some form of light, or potentially,
You
And the
must
drunk charcoal cast a light spell,
Song looks over at Very.
or one of the people that has light spells.
Thanks, that's a good light.
well, Alpha is currently the only person actually stealthing, so you can cast light if you feel like it. It's not going to ruin his stealth. He's smart enough as a rogue to not go into the fucking light. I'm not going to answer if you need to or not. That's kind of fucking stupid. You're going to roll for stealth, or are you going to roll for your light?
Roll for stealth. I'm gonna use light and go stealth.
Song already made a perception check. She does not see anyone. Yes, it is dark. Well, she can't see anyone.
Put the alcohol down!
Okay, roll with advantage. Okay, you don't see anyone in the same exact spots that Moogle has already checked. There's no one in most of the food court, there's no one in the actual arena itself, there's no one near Lettuce's booth. Okay, you cast dancing lights, and you are currently keeping it close to you so that it doesn't roll over the damn place. So you can kind of see, it's kind of a shithole right now on the floor. Like, there's popcorn, food, and drink all over the place. Quite a few pieces of blood and vomit. Like, they haven't cleaned up yet because they had a pretty wild night and have not come back yet to get this shit fixed.
Alright, so let's move fast.
Watch where you're stepping.
Song would like to casually reach behind us and close the door as if we didn't just break in.
You didn't because the key worked. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
doesn't.
okay, well, fine.
But yeah, probably should close the door around just in case anyone sees that the door's open.
you go ahead and you close the door, and it closes behind you solidly because it's not broken or anything, which is great.
Alright, so let's make our way over to her booth.
Okay.
And
So
look
as
around.
a group, aside from Gilgamesh, because you guys can't fucking see him, you make your way over to the booth. It is unguarded, thankfully, because you guys have had huge problems with these assholes before. You are now kind of looking into her sitting area, which is actually pristinely clean. She is not the type of person to be throwing up and dropping food all over the place.
Just should start like just looking around, trying to find any like secrets.
Song takes out the map and sees if she can find a good starting point.
Yeah.
Inside the booth or around the booth is a good starting point. Someone should roll for investigation.
Can we all roll
Someone
for
with
investigation?
a better
Yeah.
investigation than me.
Since all of you are looking, roll with advantage because you're all doing the same exact thing.
Wait, are we all rolling with advantage?
Yes, everyone is rolling with advantage.
Okay.
That's fine. I don't think 8-Space is going to need to roll. I don't think 8-Space is going to need to roll.
Surprised
There you go,
it's based
champ.
here and not at the shop.
It's really early in the morning, so why would the shop be open yet? We got an 18 and a 20, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cardboard.
8 space plus 5 in investigation really paid off, Kenyana. So, Dojima and Nyx, you two are kind of together, and you're off to one of the sides looking around. You can see that there's a portion of the wall that has been plastered over, except not plastered, mortared over, there we go, that's the actual material, where it used to be kind of cut out. So there's about like a 2 foot by 2 foot section of mortar that has been freshly put over this one section of wall. It's 2 foot by 2 foot, like on the ground.
Yeah, how
You can
short are
touch
you?
all of this.
You're like 3 foot. So you should reach all of it.
Yeah, you can reach all of it.
I'm pretty sure something's 5 foot by 5. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if I'm 5 foot by 5 foot, if something's 5 foot by foot, and I'm 5'9", I'm gonna be able to touch the whole area. How short are your arms? A T-Rex.
It's the shortest T-Rex I've ever seen.
Oh. Oh, the Nomosphere, the mighty
Song
T-Rex.
is watching Nyx.
You're kind of just feeling the wall. It's been freshly mortared. No switch, just smooth, freshly mortared wall.
Yeah, they clearly just pasted over the hole just to hide it. Might be able to pull it off, maybe. Like if we can use like a sword to cut around the edging, we can probably pop it off.
Unmute yourself, Kenyana.
I don't know.
You are muted. I can't hear you in the party.
Yeah, Junkie.
I can't hear you. Yes. What are you trying to do, Potato?
What is
I was trying to see if there's any use parts other than just in general, like a thorough investigation versus just because, like, if it's an important area, they probably still
You want to do an
get
investigation
it.
on the part of the wall?
Yeah, like itself.
Okay. Is anyone gonna help her?
Song will help her. Check
Okay.
for the trace.
Maybe Ashby should do it. He's got a +5 in investigation.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an advantage roll for investigation, Turkle.
Okay.
That's good. Where the actual mortar is itself, it would kind of occurs to you in your mind that the best course of action is to chip away where that mortar is out, so that you can pull down this section of wall.
Tarkle takes out her dagger and starts kind of doing that.
So you start eating the tip of your dagger into this mortar. It's gonna probably take a little longer with you and your current strength level. It would probably be best for Matt to kind of join in and assist.
Yeah. I would say I'll take out my dagger and work on it some.
Okay, you're making a lot better progress than Tarkal is. This is something that kind of it resonates really easily with you more than her. By the time you finish doing your two sides, bottom and the right, Tarkal has done the top, and she only has the left.
Thank you. Let's help.
Kind of like back up a little bit, kind of wait over Tarkal as she finishes her side, and all the mortar is now out of the way. She currently has her hand kind of resting up against the section of wall that you've now unmortared, is pressing against her hand like it is ready to fall.
Alright. I'm gonna try to like gently pull it out so I can move it to the side. Kind of like if you played like the Arkham Knight games, where like Batman like loosens the vents on the and slowly moves it to the side out of the way so it doesn't make like too much noise.
Yeah. So
You know,
if
like those scenes.
it falls into your hand, and you kind of using your brute strength, move it just slightly over the ground so it's not dragging across the ground, making any noise. It slides out the way, and you put it up against the wall, and it is now leaning up against the wall. It is not going to fall over or anything like that. It has not made any noise.
Alright, so who's going first?
It's a 2 foot by 2 foot section
Alright,
of
who's
doorway.
supposed to go in there?
And on the other side is a ladder that goes down. It's a pretty tight fit. Dojima is probably not going to be able to
I'm
fit.
not fitting that. So it sounds like
I'll
just like
go down with the
Song
other small
and-
people.
Someone and them are
Song-
definitely gonna be able to fit.
Song
Nick.
and Nyx are going to be able to
Tarkal
fit,
should be able
definitely.
to fit.
You're going to need to roll an acrobatics check. If you would like to try
2
to
foot
fit.
by 2 foot?
Yeah, you're going to roll an acrobatics check to see if you'd like to fit.
But the hole is 2 foot by 2 foot, I thought.
Yes, and there's a
And
ladder, and it's
How
a
tall are you?
really tight
But I thought
squeeze.
the ladder was going down vertically.
It is.
Yeah, but you
to
have to go into the
into.
room.
2 foot by
Yes,
2
you have
foot
to go
hole.
in.
You have to go into
the
the tiny
ladder.
room.
Well, he's describing 2 foot by 2 foot, but
That's the
to me
doorway.
It's not a 3D
That's a
image.
doorway!
It's not a 3D image though, and it's, from what I understood was we're entering downward. So I was picturing something different than you guys.
You gotta go
Obviously.
into a 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot cube that is cut into the wall with a ladder that goes down inside of the 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot cube.
I got it now. At first I was obviously...
Song wonders
Those ones
if
not even
maybe
gonna,
Gilgamesh can
get
come
anywhere.
with us too.
Gilgamesh is potentially gonna be able to come with you if he can roll an acrobatics check.
I'm just gonna chill out here and I'll keep watch. I'll pretty much be your escape out.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Yeah, Dojima's not even gonna try. Yeah, that's the whole reason Dojima's not even gonna try.
I'm gonna send my lights down so the people that go down first have light.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so Nyx.
Are you gonna swan dive into the hole?
No.
That would be beautiful.
Who wants to go
You're
first?
just gonna belly slide into the hole and just go just down he goes.
Nyx, can you see in the dark?
Tarkal has cast her lights down there, so you can see.
There's a
Oh.
light down. She tucked her light down there.
Yeah, I
it
have
should be down there when
120
we get down
foot
there.
radius with it.
Song is a little scared, so I'm not going first.
I would like to go first. Okay. So, Nyx, you start coming down the actual ladder itself.
Will Barry fit in the hole?
No.
No. So you and me are out here. Alright, so you and me are watching guard.
You guys are arm wrestling.
You're gonna come back and we're just gonna be down in the arena just fighting each other.
When you get to the bottom, it opens up into a 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot cube of a room. There's currently nothing down there, but it is safe and you can see. No people. Okay. So currently, there is just stonework. There are a couple inscriptions on the wall of a trout, crab god, a crab folk, I should say, but you can determine it's Groucho, basically. A whale, a shrimp, and the trout is currently above the other three centered. I don't know, who wants to go? Who wants to go second?
Yes, Song will follow close behind.
Okay. So Song is now currently down there with you. She can also see the inscription.
Tarkal is gonna go behind Song.
Okay, with your good acrobatics check, you managed to kind of just find the right groove, manage to get your body around this hole, and start down the ladder. Catch up with everyone else. So Tarkal is down there as well.
Tarkal didn't get a good description how she gets down. Okay, so we're looking at a mural now, you say? Is it a language? Is it written in a language, Philip? Did our DM die on us? Hello?
Hold on.
Still trying to fight the bottle with Kenyatta.
We lost him. Yeah, we are in the middle of a town that's got 3 factions fighting each other, and we're trying to prepare for our move on the fight too. So,
we're trying to wipe out one of them
we're about
right
to
now.
fight a god.
So we're looking for like a religious weapon, yeah, that may be able to. I can use or someone else can use to possibly kill him. And this was apparently maybe the resting place of it.
Philip, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh. You still need time? I'll take that as a yes.
Stragglers of the house dust. Old box.
He said he was fine. I'm guessing he's trying to figure out what it's gonna say, or he's talking to Kenyatta.
Alright, who's doing what?
I was asking if the inscription is in a language.
It's
Like-
it's pictographs, so it's not writing.
Okay. So it wouldn't even be considered a language at all, even though it's pictographs.
You can try to
Okay.
you can glean a relatively easy story from it. Right now, this current room just has the one of Guppy above the other three. Kind of like asserting dominance, really.
Is,
There is a doorway with a closed stone door. There's no handle on the door.
Tarkal's gonna look at the inscription to see if there's anything that is like different from like the story that we saw in the church.
No, just Guppy above the other three, kind of asserting dominance.
Are they facing a particular way, or is there like a pattern or anything?
The other three are kind of in a straight line beneath Guppy. Guppy is above them, but it's Whale, Groucho, and then the Shrimp is the order below him. He is in the center above Groucho.
You say there's one after Groucho?
Shrimp. You know that the Shrimp was also defeated by Guppy,
Yeah.
so there is a Shrimp. There's nothing to currently pull on. You can try to push on it if you'd like, using a strength check.
Before she does that, Song would like to see if there's possibly anything that could be considered a trap at the door she's investigating.
Okay, go for it.
I'll help Song with that.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, do you
There's
want
like-
to detect the trap for us?
Yeah, like,
That is a possibility.
Gilgamesh? Would it be in, it should be in your character sheet, if anything.
yeah, probably under an action maybe.
Or under feats, character feats.
Yeah, true. Maybe under feats.
I'll still roll an investigation just in case you don't have it.
Go for it.
Does Song do it with advantage?
Someone helping her?
Yes, Tarkal.
Yes, she does it with advantage.
Right?
Ooh, good check. There is something about this door that doesn't seem right. You don't really know how it works, but you can almost gather that moving this door prematurely will lead to something bad happening. I'm gonna draw a card, and I'll... Okay. So,
What would I roll? Because I have like I have an idea, but I don't know if I would have to roll to see if Tarkal would have that idea too.
what's your idea?
Well, if they're in a sequence, it's either we have to defeat them in a certain order, or we have to solve some kind of puzzle in the room. That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Before Nim reaches for the door to try to open it, Song does hold her back. Oh, that's why I said before you.
Go for it. A history check, Tarkal.
Damn.
Okay, try an insight check.
Oh,
Okay. So, re-examining the scripture, the pictograph, the actual pictures themselves are carved on like square pieces of stone, and these pieces of stone can be lifted and rearranged themselves.
so the little people,
Yeah,
not
so
the people, the animals.
Guppy, Groucho, Shrimp, and the whale can all be rearranged on the wall.
Okay. Does anybody remember what order they were in the church?
Song reflects back at the image.
It was the whale first, Shrimp second,
No,
Groucho the third.
can Song reach this? Yes. Song reaches up to rearrange them.
Okay. Where you're gonna rearrange the bottom three in that order?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe from the past, I remember you said that Guppy was actually on the bottom.
From
I
this session?
believe I remember that. From the last session.
Oh, beneath Groucho when they were fighting?
No. You said that it was like the god was holding the weapon up and he was smiting the other gods, and they were
Oh.
the whale, the shrimp, and Groucho, and they kind of made like a little arch above him.
Okay, I see. I like the
I do
symbolism.
believe that's...
I don't remember, and the way that you're about to do it is the right way, so...
Alright, I place them in that order.
So placing it in that order, you hear like a whole bunch of mechanical clicking going on behind the stone. Can't really tell what's going on for the most part, until the actual stone door itself slides down. It is now open, revealing another 5x5x5 room on the other side. Another stone door that is closed.
Tarkal praises Song for the memory, and then like she puts one of the lights in there so they can look in the room before they step in.
Okay, it's basically the same room as before, except there are holes all over the fucking place.
This room is a little bit more intimidating. Song nervously eats a slice of pie.
Alright, you do that. Oh shit. It's a good thing you ate a slice of pie, not gonna lie. I just drew a second card.
What was it, 10 hit points? 10 hit
Yeah.
points for pie? Okay. No, he's got a deck of
I got an
cards that
actual
he's using to pick situations today because we're not running into enough situations because we're outthinking him.
That and every time he puts roll a d10 and puts all these situations we get, nothing happens every time.
Alright. As Song is stuffing her face, she's investigating the room.
Okay. Are you stepping into the room, or are you staying in the doorway?
I am staying my ass in the doorway. I am scared
Okay.
of holes.
Agreed. We're all just kind of looking in.
Wait,
What would
I
it
got
be
a
for me to
question.
just like, go ahead.
Song writes on a piece of paper, anybody have mage hand?
Mage hand. What would I roll for a like intuition check?
Insight. Are you trying to like just have like a general understanding of what the fuck is going on with these holes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's insight.
I'm a little nervous because I've had more than one good roll today.
You don't really know too much the holes kind of look like the size of something that an arrow may come out of.
Charcoal looks at the floor and sees if there's anything out of place.
No, just holes.
On the floor too?
Yep. Floor, ceiling, and the walls, other than the walls that have doors on them. Okay. Okay.
Song takes a step back before she actually throws it.
So if this pebble comes splattering across the floor, in the spots that it touches the ground, you can see this blue glow of arcane magic, and an arrow nearest to that particular glow comes out of the holes, and it kind of goes through the bottom, like it on the ground. It goes through the bottom hole, and it goes to the top hole of the roof. It does this 3 times because the pebble has clattered 3 times. So 3 arrows get launched from the floor to the ceiling.
Ah, so let's detect magic. I can too. This is not a situation though where our detect magic can help us find the source though, right?
It's essentially, yeah.
Charcoal, cast detect magic.
Cast it.
I am. Ooh, I can't spell detect. I'm just gonna do this. Wait, is it not cast?
It's just C.
C is a check.
Oh, that's right. Isn't it? Is it? Yeah.
Detect. Yes.
You know, a good strategy for it is just have your page up and just copy and paste. We're playing it on Discord. We're having a video program.
So when you cast detect magic, Charcoal, you get a really large, overwhelming sense of magic coming from the floor inside the room before you. You also have a far smaller sense of magic coming from the guppy carving behind you in the previous room.
Charcoal kind of looks at the guppy. And she like goes over to it and she's like, just in case guys, step away from the door, and she moves the guppy.
Okay, so are you just taking it off the wall?
Yeah, and just see if that changes anything.
Okay, so when you take the guppy off the wall, there is a smaller section of wall behind it that is cut out, and there is a switch on the inside of it.
Charcoal does, she does it, she touches it.
Okay,
She
so
switches the switch.
you flip the
It
switch.
takes the risk.
What is this last? For the duration, what? Do you know what the duration of that spell is, Fiona?
Let me check. I would go through.
Yeah. I just need to know how long.
Yeah, it doesn't say the duration. I think it probably doesn't say it because it might depend on DM too.
Probably just like a minute, I think.
Yeah, the one that I wrote was only about a minute.
So the magic that you felt coming from the second room has dissipated. You no longer feel it.
Charcoal puts Guppy back and she's like, throw a stone again just to make sure. Well, she throws a stone just to make sure she can do it herself.
So it clatters across the ground in the same type of manner that Nims just did, and nothing happens. The stone door on the other side, as you're throwing the piece of pebble, opens down into the ground, just like this one did.
Song reaches to Tarkal to be carried.
Tarkal puts her down, but she walks in the room first just to make sure, since she's the one that did it. And when she knows that it's safe, she picks up Song to take her across the room.
Okay. You're now carrying Song bridal style across the room. There's a third room. It's the same thing. 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot. Except this one has weird glare coming from your dancing lights in the middle of the room. There's a piece of glass in between you and the other side of the wall.
Is there anything else? Is there anything that looks intimidating?
It's a stone room that's 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot with a barrier of some type between you and the other side, so not really.
Tarkal cautiously steps into the room.
Ooh. Make a dexterity saving throw.
My hands were full, and I didn't know if anybody followed me.
Could have said something!
Not like sacrificing Song! Come on, girl, let's go to her death!
I just like put my foot in, is what I'm imagining.
Great.
It's gonna be about the same.
You got lucky on that card draw. This might... Okay, so
I got an 18.
while you're walking into the room, the second you take a step into the room, you feel this gush of air come down in a slicing motion. You just managed to get pulled out of the way by Nyx and your own slight instincts. Take 1 HP worth of force damage.
Just me.
It's just you. Okay. Okay. As you throw it, you feel a whole bunch of gushes of air rushing out of the room towards you. They don't do any damage to you because they've hit the ground already and bounced kind of upwards, so it's just like a breeze hitting you. And the pebbles themselves, the one pebble hits the barrier and bounces off, not scratching the barrier at all.
It's coming from the roof.
Song, after nearly getting hurt, jumps out of Tarkal's arms and goes to investigate the holy room now to see if there's any more switches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tarkal is on that boat as well.
So you're currently investigating the...
first room.
Yeah, see if there's
Oh, I'm
anything in
investigating the second room.
Oh, second room.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is nothing but holes in the second room, so no switches or anything.
Tarkal kind of crouches a little bit more so she can look up at the ceiling but not be in the room.
Okay. So start looking upwards. As you do, right above the doorway, you can see just the slightest of hints that there is some type of wooden structure right there.
Someone
So
might
you
be
see
able
a
to
hint
like
of it?
Fireball.
Just
or
a hint of it.
something up there.
I know, because our fireballs always hit.
Tarkal does just that.
Go ahead and
Oh
cast
god.
Song quickly runs to the first room and
Everybody
takes
run!
cover.
Yeah.
I thought it went directionally though.
No. It's an AoE, like area of
It's
effect.
definitely AoE spell. You...
What?
For you, Kenyatta, because of the general area of the wall, most of the blast should be contained in that room itself and not affect you. Friends should definitely
need
be
me to throw
okay.
down the shield.
She should be okay, Matt. It should stay mostly in that room.
Just gonna hear clank, clank, clank as the shield just drops down there.
Song is in the other room wondering if she truly is the dumbest one in the party.
I
Are
made
you
a
gonna
terrible
cast it,
mistake.
Tarkal?
Once I was reading it, because from what I knew, it went in front of me. It didn't go behind me.
I think,
But I have firebolt, not fireball, so maybe I
Okay.
that's definitely why.
Fuck.
Because I don't think any of us have fireball yet.
Yeah, but you're
Does
not,
anybody like?
but not the
Does
greatest
anybody have a
shot.
torch or something that we can maybe
I
chuck
mean,
up there?
my firebolt hasn't missed anything yet.
I think
So.
No, you
most
missed it
people
on the
have
wall
torches in
point.
their backpacks.
I don't, but that's why I'm asking. Anybody got a torch? Just throw the torch up
do.
there. I'll light it.
Do you want me to throw the torch?
You don't have to.
Yes.
Okay, so with your torch, you don't really need to like. You could just kind of hold it up there because of its handle and its length, you won't actually be in the
Too bad I
room.
can't. Too bad I can't fit through the hole. I just shoot a guiding bolt up there.
Since it's only like 5 foot, you know.
And like a light javelin to fly up in there and.
So
motherfucker up.
Carpaul goes ahead and does that, because I'm also one of the tallest people here right now.
Okay. Moogle, are
She
you gonna light the
just-
torch?
Song
Well, I
from the
could light
first
it.
room is looking over and she cast Presto.
That's the name of it?
No, it's not. I just shortened it.
Okay. I was like, fuck, I've never heard of this spell, what the fuck?
It's prestidigitation, but
Okay.
a lot of people just call it Presto.
That makes a lot more sense. So Tarkal now has a lit torch in her hand.
She like she eases it in, but she doesn't put her hand all the way in, just so if shit shoots, she doesn't get shot.
Okay, so
But she's trying to sneak her hand to the top so she can light the wood on the top.
you kind of keep it underneath the piece of wood, kind of close to the wall as much as possible, and not entering the room. You manage to get the torch right underneath the piece of wood. And, you kind of see the room gets a little bit brighter as that piece of wood begins to burn. That's fun. So after some time, the piece of wood kind of turns to ash and falls from there. From your current vantage point, you can't tell if it's been all the way destroyed or not, but it seems to be deactivated, or at least the part that may or may not harm you.
Carpaul goes ahead and looks up there, and she puts some more lights if she has a better visual.
So where this piece of wood once used to be is no longer there. There's just a singed portion of wall.
So it's just the ceiling now.
Yes. Wall.
Alright.
Okay. So you throw the pebble to the room. It bounces off the barrier harmlessly once more, but there is no air or wind rushing out of the room.
Carpaul goes ahead and steps in the room and looks around to see if there's anything else to see.
You shit. So.
Okay. On the other side of the barrier is another piece of wood, just like was on this side.
You might be able to go into the hole you made and maybe sneak. And maybe it'll make the tunnel that we can need to get apart.
Hole? One made a hole. What?
What is the wood? Isn't you said there was one on the other side and then like the one that they just broke, or?
Oh, there's like a lever above the door. They
Oh.
just burnt the one on this side, which deactivated this
Can
side.
you
There's another one on the other
quickly-
side.
Okay.
Can you
Wasn't sure
quickly
about
give
that.
a refresh of the 3 rooms right now? Of what
Okay,
they
so-
look like currently?
Your first room is 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot. All rooms are 5 by 5 by 5. Your first one had the your pictographs in it, because I can't say hieroglyphs, of Guppy, Groucho, the shrimp, and the whale, who do not currently have names. And your second room was holy, with a whole bunch of holes in it, and that's the room that had arrows in it. That room has been deactivated. Your second room has the your third room has the 3 wooden levers in it. 2 wooden levers in it, my bad, and a barrier. You have burnt the first one, which has deactivated the wind trap that is on this side of the barrier.
Is there another way to get into the other room?
To the other half
of this room?
Time to investigate.
There's a barrier between you and there.
No, I mean like in the other half of the room. Is there a way to get into it?
There's a door on the other side, just like there was for all the other ones.
Will it be for me to like wonder if this is like a parallel kind of situation? Like the other side has the same kind of situation? Or is that, am I thinking into it too much? Okay.
So it's linear design.
Okay.
No. No. Yes. Well, it's kind of just like a piece of glass. Not really magic. Our call has detect magic still, I'm assuming, so she does not see any magic from that particular barrier.
Charcoal looks around the edges of the glass.
Okay. So when you look around the edges, you can see that it's kind of inset into the room itself. That on the edge where this glass is inset, it's touching a whole bunch of rope. It's been like looped through ends of the glass. So imagine like a trampoline. There's like springs attached to it all around the edge. Flip that so it's like a wall. It's rope and glass.
So the glass is attached to rope.
And it's suspended in the midst of this room.
Are we able to actually like physically touch the rope, or is it like in the wall?
So they can move.
Said, are we actually able to physically touch the rope, or is it in the wall?
It is in the wall. You cannot touch the rope.
Song would like to use her instincts to see, or to, well, not instincts, hang on. What would I have to roll to determine whether or not Song thinks that the wall is weak enough to shatter?
Sight?
Insight? Okay.
So you can gather that this piece of glass can probably be shattered with an attack. It might not be the best of things to do, because you do not know what's going to happen after you shatter the glass.
How do we get around the glass, guys?
You could always shatter it, or see if there's like maybe like a little small tunnel that you guys could try to sneak through.
Gilgamesh, roll an
You're not here,
history
Dojima.
check with advantage.
No, just doing advice.
You are a rogue. I don't like that. Roll an insight check with advantage. I'm gonna give you as much chances as I can for this one.
Song is a little frustrated at how much this puzzle is hurting her poor little bird brain. She wants to go upstairs and get Dojima.
I can't fit through the hole!
But you can.
Alpha. Roll a perception with advantage. This is your last chance, dude.
See what he does first. If he doesn't do it, I'm gonna get you down here, Matt.
Thank God. Jesus. Okay. You have recognized this before. This is a very high-end security measure for higher-end vaults. In the event that the glass is shattered, rope will be detensioned, and locks will permanently seal the door on the other side. It will prevent the item from being stolen from out of the vault, but it will also prevent anyone from ever opening the door again. Shattering the glass is a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Okay. So.
Protocol pushes on the glass gently to see if it moves at all.
It has a little bit of a bend to it, but it doesn't really move much. It's not gonna break or anything that well. I mean, you guys threw pebbles at it and it didn't shatter at all, so...
Well, it's keeping tension on. So, as long as the tension stays in groups, we should be fine. We just need to figure out how to get around it. What's on the top again?
It's all stone. You are surrounded by stone.
So the two wood sides don't connect at all?
Say that again?
Like you said, there was like a parallel thing where there was two wooden structures on the top. They didn't connect, they were two separate structures.
The wooden structures are the levers. One of them has already been burned away because that was the first air trap. There is a second one on the other side of the barrier.
Are the ropes close together?
It's like a
Song?
trampoline turned. So it's like a
Song
wall.
would like.
So
Song
yes.
would like to cast Presto
Okay.
in the middle of the glass, and then
Okay.
like a foot below it. But I'm using the warm, so I'm warming 1 cubic foot of the glass, and then 1 more cubic foot like directly beneath it. And Song takes out her dagger and does some trick that she has learned from her family, and she starts to chisel the glass.
You're gonna try to cut a hole in the glass so you can just try to squeeze through.
Yes, it doesn't break the tension of the glass.
Okay.
You gotta be careful with that though, because it shatters.
My strength is weak, bitches. That is a good point.
You might want to make the
Protocol
hole
looks
big.
at the ceiling
You might want to make the
again.
hole big enough so you can like maybe get a firebolt in there, and then hit the other lever to take off knock out the other trap.
Would a firebolt be hot enough to melt the center?
It's fucking. Well, no, I'm talking
It
about.
would be too
I'm talking about
big.
after you get the hole. No,
Definitely
no,
don't
I'm talking about
firebolt
after.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would
I'm
be
talking about like
too
after
big.
you make the hole. Try to like line the hole so you can get a fireball to hit the lever to destroy the other lever to shut the other trap off. and then
Tarkal checks.
squeeze your bird ass through the hole.
So
Tarkal goes ahead and checks the roof again to see if there's anything
Before I do that, I'm
'cause
gonna
you said
think
it
a
was a
little
lever,
bit.
right?
yeah,
Is there anything that we can pull that the lever was connected to at all? 'Cause
No.
if it's a lever, usually levers are something you pull.
it's only a 5-foot tall like ceiling, so people kind of when they built it assumed that you would just kind of reach up there and touch it, you know. Potentially, if you touch one of the
Can
ropes
I-
and sever it.
Given my background, Philip, can I
Yes.
roll a history check to see if I remember if my family has ever gotten past a trap such as this, and how they did it?
Sure.
Okay. Nope.
This is the first time you've ever ran into a trap like this. This is high-end shit.
Can Tarkal do an insight? Just to see if she has any kind of idea.
Okay. Your current idea is to not attack the glass with anything, because that would be terribly bad for it. Finding out a way to get a hole in the middle of the glass so that it stays tensioned all the way around, but still allowing you to cast a firebolt through there to hit the lever on the other side, and then be able to crawl through it is a very good idea. Google's idea of casting Presto and warming a section of glass in a slow and steady way so that it becomes like droopy and moldy, like the red glass coming out of a furnace, is a good idea. It just needs to be executed very carefully.
I have something called Burning Hand.
Burning Hand would also work. You'd be able to kind of just touch it and stick your hand kind of through the glass, because at some point the glass is going to become mendable.
You just have to be careful because you push it too far and your
Yeah,
canvas
I'd rather
going.
an object go through than a hand.
Does anybody have an object?
Would it be a dexterity check for making sure that our hand doesn't fly through?
Yes.
What if we
I don't know if
assisted
I'd recommend
whoever's
that.
checking it?
You can like hold their elbow so that if in the event that they do go through, you can pull it out immediately.
Who's willing to risk a limb?
I want to see if you can do something for creativity.
Well,
Because if there's one thing that I know about glass, you can heat up glass, and I have a water skin with water in it. So if I'm able to heat up a certain amount, and we kind of chisel a certain size, and I heat up that middle section and then pour water on it to just snap it, because that's something that you can physically, like that is actually something possible, and that's what they do in glass working.
So,
Though Song would love a diamond, she does not have one.
I didn't understand anything you said, Kenyana.
Well, when it comes to glass working, you're able to make clean putts by heating up glass and then cooling it down so it snaps. We would just need something to make a vague shape so then I can know where to heat up. And then it can be a clean snap so it doesn't shatter everything. And I can do a concentrated heat up. Because I don't have to put my hand through the glass. We can shatter, well, not shatter, we could break off the glass, but we would have to carve out a circle, heat up a certain area, and then cool it down so that we can make a clean break. Because I have too much knowledge in my brain, and some reason I know how to make cups and stuff.
Okay.
So I know that's what they do. That's why I had survival check be high too, because I do have a lot of unnecessary knowledge about old-timey stuff. Is that a potential, or would we need something more, but stronger to break through?
Could attempt that. 2 inches.
Is she still gonna have to make a check for something? I mean, hang on. What are you doing again?
He's just gonna basically
It's
make
more of
an
the same
area of the
plan.
glass. Yeah, basically.
It's the same plan.
But
it's just
it's the
different
same plan, just
strategy to do
controlling.
it.
It's a low risk.
He does also have that water bottle.
Apparently pouring it on the heated spot of the glass so we can just easily pop it out.
And then someone else can help me out. So that'd probably make it easier with like controlling how that all goes down.
Heating and cooling part is just gonna happen. Actually getting the glass out is gonna be a dexterity check.
Well, I was just gonna pop it through.
I
and then
will take
dexterity to see if my hand.
a dexterity
hurt or
check
not.
or sleight of hand check. Removing
Popping the glass out. Removing the glass without it shattering the whole fucking thing. If we do, we're fucked.
Why don't you use the rogue who has a bonus in sleight of hand? Don't you, Alpha? Or
We can do that. I can pour it over and then have Gilgamesh hit it through.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
what is your dexterity?
My dexterity? Okay.
Anyone.
What is it?
Low.
What is it, Alpha?
Do I have to
Down
do
there.
anything to cast?
We're not gonna talk about mine. I'm just out of the equation here. I was just curious.
Do I have to do anything for my carving?
You use your dagger for that?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think you're just gonna do it. I don't think this is like so difficult that you need to roll anything.
it's not.
The failure option here comes from removing the actual glass itself, so that'll be the part that you roll.
Yeah, it would just take me a second.
We're gonna see.
Just take a rock and like
Let me cast my burning hand
tap it with the
first.
rock.
That's a pretty good burn. So Tarkal, after she heats up the area, she pours the stuff over so that Gilgamesh can hit it once it's cool.
Okay, so you want to make it a circle or a square?
Is the glass
Circle.
also pretty much 5x5?
Yeah.
Circle would be
I'll go
easier.
ahead and just do a circle then.
Okay, so you make a circle. You cast Burning Hands. Put both your hands on the circle. Circle is big enough. At the end of all of this, if it works, someone will be able to crawl through it to the other side, and you'll be able to cast Firebolt on the other lever, the wind trap. You heat it up. It gets red and glowing and bendable in your hands, like you could push through and kind of mold it if you felt like it. In that particular area that your hands have been laid on, you splash your water on top of it, and splashing the water on top of it rapidly cools it down, and it kind of snaps just a little bit. You hear this fucking gut-wrenching crack come out as this one particular section of glass contracts really quickly. It So,
Once it cools down, Tarkal looks at like Gilgamesh is like, do it now.
okay. Either a dexterity check or a sleight of hand check. Whichever you
Do whatever you
prefer.
got highest. Godspeed.
before Gilgamesh does it, Song goes ahead and gives him
Bardic
some bardic inspiration.
Okay. Play a tune if you don't mind. Your little wonderful thingy that you have in your room. Could literally just be like. Thank you. That's good enough for a D10 for Bardic Inspiration Alpha. So at any point other than back rolls and damage rolls, you can add a D10 if needed.
Does it only apply to one person?
Yes, it only applies to one person.
Ooh.
Okay, so 26. So you've seen this kind of done once before in your family through your background. You go ahead and you put your palm flat up against the glass and you do this kind of quick palming motion where it goes from a cup motion to a flat motion. You form like a suction cup on the glass, and you've only seen this done once before, but you're pretty good at replicating things. You slowly start to pull the circular section of glass that Tarkal has weakened out, and it comes out in your hand in one big slab. Miss the edges perfectly, and you are now holding a circular piece of glass in your hand, and the actual wall of glass itself has not broken. There is now a large enough hole that Song and Nyx could crawl through to the other side, and Tarkal can cast Firebolt. No issue. As long as nobody attacks the piece of glass, you should be fine.
Tarkal relights her torch and then reaches up to light the thing on fire like they did last time.
It is on the opposite side of the wall. So
You're gonna have to throw it.
Oh, it's on the opposite.
Yeah, you'll be sticking your arm.
You're gonna have to.
She could cast Firebolt if you wanted to.
She could cast Firebolt and hit it.
Wait, what was it?
Or she
The
could
lever's on.
throw the torch as well.
Uh-huh.
She just has to make sure she doesn't.
It should be fine, Fox. It'll be like a second that it's there. It took Tarkal a little bit to actually
I'll
warm
do
the glass
control
itself.
flame through the hole instead.
Okay.
That's more control.
So you control the flame coming off of the torch. Kind of meander it through the hole to the other side to light the other lever on fire. So you see it light up in a blaze, and it kind of burns for a couple seconds before going out as all of it disintegrates into ash onto the floor.
I help Song and Nyx through the hole.
Song wants to know if it's safe before she goes through. Is it safe?
You should probably check with something.
She picks up the
throw
pebble
a
that
rock.
bounced off the thing and kind of slightly tucks it in.
No air comes down from the ceiling, so it seems pretty safe.
Song looks at Nyx and it's like, gives it away after you.
Tarkal is ready to help him out because it is a little bit raised off the floor.
So you climb through the hole with Tarkal's help. The stone door on the other side has now slid open. It has now revealed a circular room that is 10 foot by 10 foot with 8 foot high ceilings. At the center of the room is a mace with a lantern on the end of it in a glass case. It's the same exact glass that is from the previous room. It is not, however, suspended. It's just inside of a glass case.
It's in the room, so. Okay, Song asks for charcoal to help her get through the hole.
Okay. Song gets through the hole with the help of Tarkel.
Where did the pebble go?
Through the hole, and she's like, "Don't be afraid to ask for assistance. I'll try my best from over here."
Where'd the pebble go, Phil?
She throws one of the pebbles from their side so they can have extra pebbles for the future.
You have a couple pebbles.
Before before Nyx throws anything, Song would like to observe from the exterior to see if there's any triggers in sight of any traps.
You don't really see any.
Okay.
That doesn't mean there aren't any here. Roll for perception.
Okay.
Could I do it with advantage instead of doing it or not?
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to roll again then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Glass case, down at the bottom, you kind of look a little closer, is raised off of the floor by a very subtle half-inch sitting on a piece of stone. And it almost looks like some type of pressure plate.
Wait.
There will not be a boulder, I will tell you that.
So, wait.
They'll probably
The
be water.
case is on a pressure plate?
Yes.
Ow. Are we in the room
case.
now, or are we still in the doorway? We're still in the doorway.
In the room.
Oh, okay. Song takes a piece of paper and writes magic with a question mark and hands it to Nyx. Oh, no! Detect magic! Oh, well, that didn't just say detect magic. I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
lift the thing up.
Because if you said magic hands, I was about to be like, oh, that's not a good idea.
You should probably just say detect magic, because there is a magic hand. Anyway, do your thing.
Yeah. I just pressed the one. That's what I was trying to do last time, but it didn't want me to.
So the pedestal, the pressure plate that the case is sitting on, you can get a pretty good sense that there is magic associated with that particular pressure plate. You also feel a very small section of magic coming from the first room, from the guppy stone carving. Okay.
Tarkal looks at, Tarkal tells Gilgamesh good luck as she runs back to the other room.
Okay.
Is Gilgamesh still invisible? Or still hard to see right now?
Well,
Well, I thought he made his presence known.
It's kind of going back and forth. What are you doing, Tarkal?
Well, you said the magic was detected back to Guppy room, right?
Yes, the actual guppy carving itself.
Tarkal takes the Guppy carving.
Okay.
Is it tied to the tablet of the Guppy, or is it the switch?
The guppy.
Alright, so Tarkal grabs it and, like, goes back to the other room. And she's like, do you need this? Or do I need to flip the switch?
You should definitely not flip the switch. They probably
No, because that's gonna
need
trip.
to be.
You're
Well,
not trapped
I
in the
don't-
other room.
Tarkal doesn't know, so she's making sure she understood right.
Yeah, Nyx.
She reaches through to hand the carving to Nyx.
You might need to. Yeah, Nyx can take it. Okay.
I thought the switch was on the wall in the other room.
Yeah, the switch
It
is
is.
on the wall in the other room. There's nothing.
I brought the tab lit.
Okay, but you did turn the other side over, right?
Hmm?
On the back of the guppy drawing is an inscription, another pictograph that kind of shows a portion of the room directly above the piece of glass. There's like a cutout in the pictograph, and there is the equivalent of this world's red arrow pointing to this section of the room.
Wait, what?
I think you need.
Okay, so
Basically,
the
above
pictograph
the door
is
that you
a,
guys
I was
walk
gonna
through, there's
say,
something.
Hang on,
It
man.
looks like
What?
put here.
there's a
Philip, re-describe
pictograph of a dome.
Mhm.
You can see in the center of the dome is a rectangular prism. Kind of represents the mace inside of its glass case. At the top of the dome is a circle, and this world's representation of a red arrow pointing to this circle.
Song looks at the look. Well, I was gonna look over your shoulder, but yeah, okay. Song looks at the picture, and then she looks up at the ceiling.
Okay. On the ceiling is a small cutout that looks like it will fit guppy carving itself.
Song looks at Nim and says, "Fuck."
Yes, that's a good reaction considering the ceilings are 8 feet high. I must use the bathroom. I will be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nim, do you have any? Wait, before you go, do you have any arrows?
He's already gone.
Gilgamesh, do you have arrows? Fox has a crossbow. We just need arrows. You stole it from me. No, I gave it to you because I was mad at you. You have it. I don't have it. I am not that tall, honey. The rod ain't gonna hold you. It's not gonna give you much, unless you're like standing on the tip of it. Do you know how the rod works? Okay, that's not how it works. Alright, I already know what I'm gonna do. I think. Are any of you proficient in the, Wait, I can use a crossbow, actually. What the hell? not know I could use a crossbow, so this is kind of interesting.
Like, I was like, you could try to squeeze down and help out. It's like, yeah, I ain't gonna fit through the hole that they made without breaking the glass.
Matt, you're 6 foot, right?
Yes.
Alright. There's 2 things that I can do, and one of them I kinda just wanna do. So,
You're gonna teleport my ass down there?
no. I can, well, no, I got an idea.
Oh god.
Got it? What do you got? Because I was just gonna have somebody go get arrows from Very.
Alright, let me hear these
She
ideas.
does have a crossbow. Jesus Christ, you could turn into a fucking giant spider?
I don't know. I realized giant spider was on the list of things you could turn into. Did I send you that list of things that you could turn into? Should look up that list again. Make sure.
I mean, we do have several solutions to this.
Had a list that Joseph sent.
I mean, do you want to do that, or you want to save your wild shape? But do you want to do that, or do you want to save your wild shape? Because it is early in the morning. Yeah, I know. You know what? Song walks over to Gilgamesh.
Yeah, giant spider. Right there.
Song walks over to the hole where Gilgamesh is, and she reaches for charcoal to pull her out.
Charcoal does that.
And she takes out a piece of paper and writes on the piece of paper, "Water bottle?" Question mark. Alright. Song marches her way back up the ladder. She goes all the way to the first room, marches her way back up the ladder.
Okay.
She takes the water bottle and pours it on the floor.
Okay.
She takes her key and turns it right.
Alright.
And she looks at Dojima.
Oh no.
Okay. So there's
believe
a
that was-
door now created in the floor. It's 4 feet wide and 6 feet high.
She opens the door and then motions for Dojima to get in.
Like, question why I'm getting to the door, but I follow, I guess. You want Barry to come with us, or is she just staying here?
Might as well. Very, you want to go in? You want to go into the magic door?
Okay.
Alright. Song closes the door.
All three of you step
No,
into
I'm
this.
I'm not going in. They're going in.
Okay, so you've just trapped two. Alright, that's fine.
I didn't trap them.
Yeah, they can get out whenever they so well please, but you now have Dojima and Veiri underwater in this alternate plane. It is just dark, dingy water. You can breathe. You don't really know how. You can swim around. You can only move in a 50 by 50 by 50 foot cube in this area. You're just... Nope, you are still downstairs. Song walked all the way back upstairs just to do this, apparently.
I come back downstairs.
Alright.
And then I just hand... Wait, no, I just keep the water bottle. I reach over at Tarkal, asking, or basically motioning to get back in the hole.
She does that.
I walk into the room and pour the water on the floor and repeat, open the door.
Oh shit, I didn't think you'd use the power like that. That's fucking brilliant. Alright, so you open the door. So... Veiri and Dojima are now, they can see a 4 foot by 6 foot opening in the plane that they're in, and they can leave if they so choose.
I poke my head in the doorway and like wave at them to come to me.
You do that. Apparently, they don't come to you. Apparently, they just
I know.
die.
They just
I'm
kind
making
of.
my way to the exit.
So, Dojima and Veiri come popping out of this alternate dimension. They are not wet, weirdly enough, and they are now in this 10 foot by 10 foot by 8 foot dome room.
They are probably really confused.
A little bit, yes.
Okay,
But
so give us a heads up on
magic
what
is
we're doing
magic.
here.
Song takes the guppy symbol and flips it over and shows the image and points up at the ceiling, and then points at Dojima and then points at her, and then she points back at the button.
Alright.
How tall is Dojima?
6 foot.
You can literally just reach over and put it up there.
Just
Did not think
gonna
about
pick
this.
up this. Just gonna pick this bird up and just lift her up there.
Alright, you can do that instead. You pick up Song.
I mean, he was saying you could reach without me.
Yeah, I know,
Wanted
but
to.
you'll get a better view than I can to make sure you hit the button, do it right. So
You pick up Song and you lift her up, being very careful not to touch the glass case that is holding the mace. And you kind of lift her to the point in the ceiling where it's indicated. And there is a square cut out for the guppy symbol to go.
I push the button.
You should put the guppy thing in the square.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I pushed put the guppy thing in the square. My bad.
Okay. As you do this, the pressure plate that the case is sitting on drops down into the ground. It's half-inch, seemingly deactivating. There's only one way to find out for this one, unfortunately.
Song is clapping her hands in excitement, thinking it's over.
Could be, could not be, who knows? Would someone like to lift off the glass case?
Somebody want to investigate before the glass case is lifted.
Alright, I mean, apparently not.
No, we're not very vocal in here.
Yeah. Alright,
Oh.
you just lift the glass case off. You all cringe and wince because you think you're all about to die, and nothing happens. There is
Alright,
now a mace with an unlit lantern inside of the room, out in the open.
As much as Song would love to reach for it, she does remember what happened last time she grabbed a magical weapon, so she does not do that.
Okay. Just kind of sit down expectantly. Very's grabbing it. Is that what I just heard? Let me... Give me a second.
Song does quickly jump down from Dojima's shoulders, though, and makes the door reappear so they can get out whenever we leave. So she just opens the door and just lets it sit there for a second.
Alright.
Okay, so you pick up this mace, Very, and it kind of hums with power in your hand, but it's a very tamed power as it is currently not lit. So you now have, fuck, I forgot what I called it. Mace of Light Bearing, I think is what I called it. Add to your inventory.
Are we safe?
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we're done to get out of here.
So is everybody in? Everybody in my pocket dimension? You just floating
Get
casually
inside
in the water
Muggle's
with your
door.
arms crossed.
I do that. I wasn't paying attention.
So Nyx
Where's
is inside.
Spay?
Arcol is inside.
How's Tarkal inside? She's on the other side of the glass.
Yeah, she's on the other side of the glass.
I forgot about
It
that.
should be just Very, Dojima, and Nyx.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah, we're getting back inside so we can get the heck out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, I
while you're in
close
the
the door.
dimension, while you're in the dimension, everything moves at the speed of your underwater. So
Yes. It's very slow poking.
I close the door and then make sure I have my keys and my Gilgamesh's bottle of water and go back over to Tarkal and reach for her.
She responds, helping her through.
And I am
Okay.
I look
It's-
at them as if they're ready.
it's water right now.
As if wondering if they're ready to go.
Gilgamesh and Tarkal should be pretty ready to get it the fuck out of this death trap by now.
Mm.
All right.
I pat
Well,
my
then I'm-
head because I just have a feeling that Song did a good thing. Because I'm assuming I didn't see what happened in there.
You did not.
And I start
Okay.
heading towards everything.
Oh, so they don't even know that I've got everybody in my pocket. They're just thinking that we're leaving them down here.
Yeah. But
Alright,
they're not
then.
gonna question it.
That's why I said Tarkal is assuming Song did a good thing, so she's just trusting Song as she had an idea.
just casually meditating in the water.
Tarkal trusts Song a
Alright,
little,
well,
probably
Song
too much.
starts heading back up to the surface.
Okay.
Is that where did HP just stay up there?
Yep. 8-speed's still sitting up there.
He didn't question anything either.
Nope. He's pretty
Yeah,
used
he
to
just
seeing
watched-
dumb
He
shit.
just watched the two of us just. He just watched the two people walk into a water door that a bird just made and walk and disappear.
So when we get to the top, is the puddle of water that I made still there?
Yes.
Alright, I recreate the door and let my friends out.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Tarkal looks astonished, and then she just picks up, she hugs Song, but picks her up and is like, "You're such a good bird. You're so smart."
Yeah. Gnome just shoots out of the fucking thing and falls on her ass in front of everyone.
Tarkal is inflating Song's ego 110% right now.
I hand Gilgamesh his water bottle back.
Yep. We've now acquired a mythical weapon.
Is everybody out of the magic
Yeah.
door?
Yes. Whether they want
The
to be or
very
not.
archer here? Oh,
Yep.
they are out? They got dumped out? Okay.
Yep.
I closed the door. Song is confused and hands them to Kojima because Song has 2 healing spells.
I take him.
Okay. Make sure you add them to your inventory and then subtract them from your inventory.
Actually,
This
Barry
is-
should probably have some healing potions too.
It's
Alright,
taken
looks
up
good.
some portion of the day. It's now about noon.
Are we still the only ones in here? Because now I feel awkward.
Yeah, still just you. You guys are kind of curious what the fuck is going on with that.
I am very curious. Are they closed
Tarkal
today?
is very sussed out by everything once she realizes that no one is still here.
Song,
She asked 8 if there's been any movement.
I'm gonna
They've been
quickly
down
move the
there.
panel back.
Nope.
Okay.
You put the panel back and kind of make it look like you guys weren't here.
I'm assuming we can see now.
Yes, there's sun kind of filtering in a lot better than
Song
what
kinda-
was before.
Brushes the water underneath the under the lady's chair, so hopefully it doesn't get spotted when anybody shows up.
What kind of spells? What kind of potions were those, Fox?
This is true.
So are we making our way out now?
If you feel like it. Or you can stay here and fuck some more shit up if you want. I mean, no one's around.
Probably should get out of here and not leave any evidence of us.
Tarkal is all for getting out of here before anything else happens. Things are going a little too good for her comfort. Oh, I forgot. Tarkal does greet 8 and Omelette, who've been out there.
Thank you. He greets you back. A lot more happy to see that you're fine and healthy coming out of there.
Omelet can't go within 100 feet away from Philip, so I don't think he can exist in another material plane.
Yeah. It would not work.
I forgot Song had the key, so that was some good thinking right there.
Let's head back out and lock the door behind us. That way, it doesn't look like anyone snuck in.
So you mean to try to lock the door?
Well, no, we should be able to lock it from
We
the
can lock it from the inside.
Yeah, I should be able to
Okay.
hit the button, lock it from the inside, and just pull the door shut.
Tarkal does that and waits for everybody to walk through before she closes it, so we don't leave anybody. Because she does also have the light. Oh wait, no, it's light. We don't need light anymore. Excuse me.
Let us roll for a random encounter, because fuck you guys.
Oh, I was about to say, I was gonna ask Barry if I could see the mace for a second.
Who wants to call the color? Am I even allowed
I was gonna ask Barry if I could see the mace for a second, because I was gonna see what happens if I put, like, radiant flames in the lantern part.
I will let you do that first before we roll a random encounter.
Alright. I take the mace and I pretty much use my paladin powers to create a radiant flame to place in the... inside it.
Okay. So this flame is glowing bright orange now inside of the actual lantern itself, and its hum of power is far stronger than what it was before. Feels like it is radiating just goodness, vibes.
Alright. This would... I mean, I'm proficient in mazes, but I'll leave that up to someone else if they want them.
So is Emily.
I'll leave that up to... maybe one of us two. Want the maze, or you want me to have it?
You're not gonna know until you decide who wants to keep it.
I mean, I can light it. I don't know if you can. Like, I can light it with holy fire. Might make a difference.
You're letting Dojima have it? Okay. Matt,
Okay,
I'll
holy fire.
write it up
Might make a
when I get done
difference.
tonight.
Alright. How do I make, like, a custom item for, like, the D&D Beyond? Because, like, I tried to do that with that shifter shield, and it just... I couldn't turn it, make it into a shield.
I
Just curious about that.
have only tried once before, and it was kind of complicated, but underneath homebrew, there should be section.
Where to do it?
Yeah.
Alright.
If it's an actual item and it's not coming up on your character sheet, go click on Critical Role, because sometimes I found if you click on the Critical Role, some of the items do pop up that you try to put in your inventory.
Okay.
Gotcha. Who wants to call the color of the card?
Not it.
Do I have to do it?
Was that,
No one else
did you
wants
say
to?
something, Alpha? It's either red or black.
So red.
Red?
It's red.
It's got a deck of cards, that's why he's asking.
Congratulations. That was a red 6 of diamonds, so you will have surprise on this encounter.
Yay.
I will not tell you the combat rating of the card. Alright. So. Fan-fucking-tastic.
I mean, the god base probably could come in handy here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we'll probably talk ourselves
might
out
be
of the
using it since
situation pretty easy.
Does anyone want to draw a 4th card?
What's the 4th card again?
If you call the color of the fourth card, you can run with no harm to them if they so choose. If you can call the color and the number or the face of the card, it can cause some form of natural accident or the natural benefit to aid them.
Now, leave that up to our people.
You've drawn 3 cards, so there's stuff left. I will tell you what cards I have drawn so far so that you don't guess that for the 4th card. I have drawn the 6 of diamonds, the 4 of diamonds, and the king of spades. Does anyone want to try to guess what color and number or face make him next?
I'm thinking it's a 3 of clubs, but I'm also probably just feeling very lucky right now, so you guys don't have to take me on that.
Does anyone actually want to put forth a guess, or should we take Tarkal's guess?
We're just guessing the color, correct? Or the card itself?
Well, it's gonna be a black 3.
Yes.
Black 3?
Yeah, why not? I have a black 3.
It's a black 7 of spades.
No,
So
it's
we got one of
black.
the things. We get to escape the encounter still.
So, as you guys step out and you lock the door behind you, down the street you can make out the entourage that is Lettuce being brought from her home. They have not seen you stepping out of the fortress.
Tarkal closes the door. Is everybody out?
Yes, everyone is out.
She closes the door and just is like, go, 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 go. Like,
Questions
away
asked,
from
song is
them.
out of there.
Yep. Start moving. Yep, start moving, but I try to keep the maze hidden so they don't see that we have it.
I have dispelled dancing lights if that is not obvious.
Who would like to lead the party and where are you going? It is noon, just about.
Well, we can head to Barry, I guess.
I'm also assuming that Song was the first person to take off.
Give me directions and I'll lead if you want. I do have the map still.
I forgot what our plan was, so what were we doing?
Next plan is to find Barry and deal with him.
To the South Shore. Or South Dock, whatever it's called.
Because we have till 9 o'clock for the meeting with, what's her face?
So we're going to meet Barry, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
South Dock, but we're avoiding the Siren Lady. So it can have
Hopefully,
like, around some
we do
buildings.
avoid. We will see.
Fuck you, Moogle! So with Moogle's natural innate instinct of being able to fucking just navigate through shit.
Go, Barry, go!
Also helps that it was that lady scared the shit out of me.
Not only do you manage to completely avoid any entourage that might be able to tell what the fuck you guys just stole, you also manage to get to the southern harbor in half the time that would usually take you to, and along the way find an older woman needing help across the street. You help her across the street. As the kind souls that you are, Dojima in particular is the person who helps her.
Yes,
She gives you 5 gold pieces in return for helping her.
Woot.
You are now at the southern harbor. Yeah, you booked it.
Yeah, sounds like we got out there just in time.
Yeah. You got lucky on those card draws.
Once Tarkal catches her breath, she's like, alright, so you think the guys in that chart are gonna know where Barry is? Or you think Barry's gonna be back?
We didn't say we didn't specify it over here. We just told him to go to the sirens, so he could have gone to a different siren entirely.
Hopefully.
And to be fair, I think didn't Steve live on like the northern side?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
you
he
gotta
probably
come all the way
went
to
to
the
the
south side
section.
just to find someone.
He probably would avoid. Nah, he doesn't know it's Barry. Never mind. Turtle,
Yeah, but
you know,
that doesn't
lead
make
the
sense
march
from
into
all the
the
way to
building.
dogs.
What are you doing, Turgle?
I'm like going where the like customs tower is.
Okay. So they've kind of learned their fucking lesson this time. None of them are actually asleep. They are awake and patrolling.
I look up for one and I'm just the first one that I see is like, is Barry in or
Ugh, you lot again. Haven't seen Barry since you guys have been here, honestly. Don't know where he's been.
anybody close enough to know where he stays?
Excuse me?
Know where he lives.
Oh. There's a barracks further in town, just a little ways, that he was kind of stationed at. So that's kind of where he's been.
We should head towards that.
Alright, I like show him my map and like just make sure I understand where it's at.
Okay.
So he can like point it out on the map.
He points just a little east of here.
Alright, I thank him and then I show the map to Song. Can you get us there?
Yeah, Song, go ahead. Can you get them there?
Don't give me that tone of aggression.
Go ahead. Roll a 1.
And Tarkal's gonna help Song.
Yeah, roll with advantage. Yeah, it's a pretty easy place to fucking find. So, you managed to take the party to this wonderful barracks building. It's a very simple stone structure. Just kind of built up from the ground. It's got a couple flags around it that signify that this is Sirens, the standing guard of Aquarin.
Tarkal looks at Dojima. I think you should lead it the way this time. Hello?
Dojima is very quiet. Hello, Dojima?
Sorry, I working on
He's
something.
shell-shocked. He doesn't even know.
Tarkal, letting me lead.
Thought the woman had no control and wanted to go everywhere herself. Yeah, I can lead. And though they might not know me too well here, because, well, granted, I might have scared the shit out of them enough that they might know me enough now.
They probably take better to Dojima than any of us rap stallions.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll lead in. With the group into the place.
So you kind of walk through the front door. The inside, it's just a whole bunch of beds. They're stacked 3 high. So it's like triple bunk beds. There's a couple areas here and there that men can sit at and eat. Get some relaxation going on, but it's literally just a barracks. There's a few people around. Some people sleeping, some people playing cards in the center of the table. A couple people seem to notice you walk in. They don't really know who you are, but really not too bothered by your presence either.
I walk up to the ones at the table and pretty much tell them I'm here on siren business and I'm looking for a Barry.
Oh, that sorry asshole. That man, haven't seen him in about however many days it's been since you guys last talked to him. I think 2.
A day?
Okay, well, I haven't seen him in a day. Don't know where he's been. He usually comes here at night to sleep, but didn't see him last night.
Alright, I ask after, like, where, has anybody seen him go, where, like, any direction that he went to after we left the area?
He came in, he said he needed something from the store, and then left. His usual shopping place is north of here. A place called Target.
Target?
Yeah, Target.
Hmm.
Can't miss it.
Is it like Walmart? Is it like Walmart or?
It's nothing like those places. Those places are pretty fucking deplorable to be in. This place is
That is
pretty
Someone
high
walks
end.
up and says,
This is
Big
not
"Campbell's
a
General
joke.
Goods?"
It is not Campbell's General Goods. That's kind of a low end place. You would not find a customs official at that place.
What about Seams Club?
Does Barry have any friends?
No, that guy's kind of an asshole. I don't know if you guys know him that well, but he's really an asshole.
We've gotten a little bit of a hint of that.
Tarkov looks at 8 and Omelet. It was like, do you think she'll be able to find him?
No. No, I don't. She can try.
Is there any items of berries in the barracks?
I'm not gonna stop you from checking, is what one of the guys says. So his bed is over there. If you want to just go over there and kind of run around.
I gotta take a look at his bed.
All right. So his bed is tidy.
Does he have like a drawer or somewhere to keep personal items?
There is, like, on the bunk bed itself, the bottom portion below the bed is like a drawer that you can pull out. So everything gets stored underneath the bed.
I opened the drawer.
Okay, you open the drawer. There's a couple different things. There is a book on the inside. There is some type of clothing on the inside, like personal effects that really don't matter. The book is probably a better thing to look through. And then a couple other, like, more private personal effects that really don't matter, honestly.
Alright. I take the book out and I take the cloth out and I hand the cloth to Nim and say, "Can you track him down?"
Oh shit, forgot she could turn into a fucking
Yeah,
dire wolf.
suck it, Philip!
Fuck, man. Yeah, you hand it to...
Cloth's not important! We just got woman that turned into a dog!
I forgot! Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Gives her the cloth.
Yes.
Sniffed it. Now I'm gonna hand Tarkal the book to skim through it to see if you can find anything of interest.
Is that investigation?
Yes.
Because my investigation sucks, so I figured I'd hand it off to someone else to...
His controller died, he'll be right back.
He's just butthurt, we outsmarted him.
Tarkal...
Look at bitch!
I don't think I saw anything.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, please, something of clothing. Something of clothing. And he said there's a cloth. I was like, got it! Yeah, the clothing's not nothing important. It's like, oh, it's not?
Philip, can you just tell me if I fail that?
You should check through the book. You kind of just skim through it, like, drawing some pages. What you see doesn't really impress you too much, but you're just like doing that, like, as you do it. So you haven't really.
I want permission to roleplay it. I just need to know if I succeeded or failed.
You haven't really gotten any information out of it.
Tarkal looks through it real quick, but she just throws it to Ace Bay and's like, "We'll check it. Let's follow Nyx for now." And she goes to follow behind the dire wolf.
Yep.
Song
As we're
is playing hunting music on her lyre.
yeah.
Okay.
As we're heading out, I'm gonna thank the sirens that were sitting there for the information.
Thank you! And she just keeps running.
Like, where's the... Yeah, well,
What a
Whatever.
odd group.
So,
Are they the ones that cut off the old lady's leg?
Don't give the DM any ideas.
you're following the scent. It's a very strong scent. You've also had a very good piece of personal effect to be able to track with, so that's really helped. Never would have guessed.
weird.
Yeah, it's almost like I wasn't thinking about this. So you start tracking this guy through town, and you're making turns left and right down back alleys. You can gather that the way that he's taken is very awkward if he was actually going shopping. So he's probably not actually going shopping.
He's not going to the shop that he said he probably might go to.
No,
Do we at least
no, he's
pass
not.
Tarjay?
No, you don't even go near Tarjay.
Anywhere near Tarjay.
Damn.
Fine, Tarjay's sometimes expensive anyways.
Times.
So it's better
Does
to
Dojima speak in here?
Walmart. No. So it's basically good at Walmart.
You inevitably
cheaper there.
make it to the northern docks. So you've gone from the southern section, where he's a customs official at, to the northern section. And you've ended up on one of the northern docks at the end, and his scent goes dead. We're now standing on a dock, like at the end of a dock, looking at the ocean.
Guardians are always
Can we see anything?
Someone
okay.
has a magic item that gives you water. I mean, you could do that if you felt like it.
While we're paused, I ask Aidsbay if he sees anything in the journal that could tell us where he went.
He nudges Omelette off of his shoulder, and she kind of flies up into the air to do a visual perception check. She will have advantage on.
And is he gonna look through the book while
Journal that
she's doing
Turkle
that?
handed off, yeah.
A perception and
And an
investigation?
investigation.
Hey, Bird, careful.
Because we do have to wait for Omelette. I'm just saying. This happens simultaneously.
Okay, so he opens up the journal, and he starts reading through pages. Kind of thumbing through them. It's a book similar to a Bible, basically, but on a different god. That doesn't really pertain to the situation, to be completely honest with you. There are words out of the book that have been underlined, and if you put them in order, they make for sentences. Like a personal relay message. So,
Like... Message in a encrypted message.
Song quickly looks and tries to see the page to see if there's any thieves' cant on it.
no thieves' cant. It's pretty obvious
Okay.
that this guy just underlined words, and you just read the words in order to get a message.
Is Aidsbay gonna read this out loud?
Yes, everyone
does
just
it
keeps
say?
fucking talking. Anyone else want to say anything?
Aidsbay, speak. What's it say?
Got caught today. Moving location. Off town.
Oh, we heard about this.
You mean you heard about this?
You told us there's a little city that's right off the northern dock.
What?
You said there was a little place outside, right off the northern dock.
You mean the rig?
That wasn't the northern dock. The southern dock.
Yeah, we've been going to the southern dock to get to the rig. Are we going to Turtle
You
Beach
have
finally?
mentioned this.
I swear to God, I have not mentioned any of this.
I think you did
I
it
like
by
that I hear
accident.
you laughing on
Ben.
the other side, Bree.
You accidentally told us about it because I thought we needed a boat to go to the expensive houses. And then it so happened that they were right on the dock, so I was a little confused. So that means you just accidentally exposed something.
What the fuck did I say about this other place? I'm genuinely curious because this
Well,
is
you
not the
said
place that he went.
The place that you described was like a little, like, you described like, island of rich people pretty much.
Okay, well,
That was a little bit off the northern dock, but
he
it
is
was
not
boat
there.
homes.
Oh shit.
Oh no, you fell.
As a customs official, he probably has the means to move freely using siren help. So,
Oh, here's a question. Does Fox smell any other scents here at the dock outside of our own? Like,
yes, there are plenty of other scents here. Fish, crab. I'm sorry, not fish and crab. This is the northern side.
yeah, like, possibly a person.
Bread.
Other human beings, a lot of very fancy perfumes from the actual like rich people that inhabit this area. There is a couple other like sweaty, more working scents going on. And those scents are the people that you can gather probably helped bury. There's about 2 to 3 distinct scents of sweat and work.
Are there any of them scents that stand out to them, or is it, or are they just all
There's-
new ones?
Just those 2 and 3. They're all new. They're probably like low rank and file members, honestly. Probably nothing
Alright,
too
so it's not really anything
hardcore.
we've come across yet.
Tarkal looks out to see if there's anything in sight.
Other than apparently that one place I told you about, not really. Also, Omelet comes back and she kind of shakes her head no.
What did it say again? I forgot. Sorry.
Got caught, have to move. Location.
Did it say where?
Off town.
Off town.
Off town. Are we near where the man is?
He's a few docks over. You could go see him if you wanted to.
Is there anybody that looks like they're willing to talk to us?
You can gather that a lot of these people are rich and snobby, and you do not look like the part to be people talking to them.
Are you guys okay if we go to the Muffin Man to ask him about this offshore place?
Oh, hold on. Let's do an investigation around on the dock to see if there's any signs of anything, maybe, that they accidentally left.
Let's think about this.
Probably should just check the dock area. Because who knows, while he's in a hurry to try to get the heck out of here, he might have left something behind that may give us a
That's
clue.
true. 8 Spade, look around. I'll help out.
Should we all roll for investigation, or should it just be...
So, a portion of the dock, there are a couple black footprints that Ace picks up on, and he kind of puts his hand down in the black footprints. He kind of rubs his fingers together, just like all those stereotypes. And he kind of sniffs it, and he looks at all of you, and he says, "This is oil. This is not something that should usually be here." It's oil.
It's clearly oil.
Like machine oil.
Well, the rig is not
In the
drilling oil,
southern-
it's drill... And the rig's also mining
Could be
obsidian.
used for like the machinery. And no, it's not from the rig.
Song would like to see if there's a trail of oil from the dock that makes an imprint on the water, like floating above the water. Do I need to make an investigation check?
No, it's like there's a pool at the end of the dock, and then it disappears. There was no trail.
Yeah, it would have probably dispersed enough. Over a day with the waves. It'd be hard to tell. Track it through the water.
No. Just more out into the water itself.
Does the scent dead end at the end of it, or is it that
It
she just can't go any further?
it dead ends, but there's like a slight whiff that it may have continued further out to sea before it just disappears entirely.
Yeah, the breeze from the waves from the ocean probably scattered it after that point. You know how it can get windy out the ocean?
Is there any like siren post or anything nearby?
No, not in the northern section.
Not much crime up this way.
Surprisingly, considering how rich it is.
Yeah, but sometimes there's like at least one little area just because the rich people like.
What time is it? What is the time of day?
1 o'clock.
How long will it take? How long from this area will it take to the golden apple tree?
It depends on your survival roll, but hour and a half, 2 hours.
At
Okay.
least we got time still.
Are there any other shops
Not that it's
nearby?
gonna help anything, but I want to make a random offering if I can today, Philip.
Alright.
Here we go.
Since I'm here,
offer.
just 2 gold coins. I drop them through the key ring on the water. I lay it down on the water. Up to 2.
Alright. It's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, it's only gonna work.
Oh. It's all good.
Roll a d10, Moogle.
Yep.
Freeze loaded, die.
Shut up, Matt. 6. Okay.
6.
What was the one?
Where did I post that to? I could. Oh, there,
You
that's
put,
why I'm
I
not
thought
in
you
your
sent it
DMs.
directly to her.
Alright, so as you're kind of like, that's actually a pretty good roll for where you're at right now. As you're kind of meandering about the dock trying to do an investigation with everyone,
Step on
this
up.
pelican comes out of seemingly nowhere, starts flying overhead doing circles.
Gonna need someone.
What was that one?
Yeah, it's that one.
Targal looks at the pelican and just stares at it.
It's a really big pelican. Like, he's pretty healthy looking.
Weird.
Right away, Guardian.
Song looks up at the pelican.
There's now a pelican that's just doing circles around you.
Cool.
Targal snaps out of it. Is there any other stores nearby, by the way, Philip?
No, you're in the northern section, like living.
Well, they need to shop, Philip.
They don't do it in their dock section. They do it like on land, like kind of in the same area that Steven lived.
Targal like kind of just trots off to the Muffin Man.
You just leave the entire party behind and you trot off to the Muffin Man alone.
While we're all staring at this pelican.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna go ask him a question real quick.
You okay? You walk in.
And I look at one of the workers and I'm just like, hey, excuse me, do you guys know where the offshore is by any chance?
What
The offshore?
is that?
It must be a siren thing. Sorry, we just got some instructions that weren't clear. And just trots back over.
Right?
Dojima, you don't know anything about this?
Not of this caliber, no.
Hmm.
If I don't, he definitely doesn't know.
Who?
What?
Are you gonna commune with the pelican?
We can talk to the pelican!
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was a surprisingly good roll, Moogle.
Oh,
Or you're
okay,
just
so now I
doing it
don't
like
feel
out
so
of the
stupid.
randomness of your heart, but fuck.
You're just like,
That's the
Pelican!
thing about Song. Song brings good favor to our group.
How high up is the pelican?
A couple 100 feet.
Oh,
Is
Okay.
Nick still a wolf?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Your paws.
Say my dog's nudged me before.
Yeah, I've had a dog nudge me. You can nudge softly.
Yes, I would like to review.
You're that pelican.
Ah! Ah!
Okay.
Ah!
Jesus. He's a little taken aback. He doesn't really know what the fuck is going on, but he
I just like
kind
the
of
pictures.
like
He's just sitting there, just squawking up at it.
he kind of flies down and lands on Song's shoulder because he feels comfortable around Song, and just staring at you with the like, what the fuck do you want face.
How big is this
Tarkal
pelican?
kind of stands
It's a
next
big.
to Song.
It's big.
Tarkal like
Song's
stands
only
next
3
to
foot,
Song to
3.5
make sure
foot.
she's okay.
Yeah. Song is kind of like wobbling a little bit.
Gonna look like the Pokemon's landing on her.
Yes, basically. That's the general thought that I had. Is that Pelipper is
Just a bird riding a
on
bird.
Song.
Tarkal like kind of counterbalances Song by holding her other hand.
Okay, you do that.
Song is not sure what to think of this. She's just kind of sitting there like, okay.
Just accept it, Song. She pats her back.
I was told to by my god. Yes, his name is Guppy. Don't fucking disown his name like that ever again. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. I was just told to come fly around here for 12 hours in a circle.
Ask about offshore land.
Always something new.
I think the pelican might.
Oh, who?
Like, just anything off the shore.
Nope.
Well, just offshore land in general. Like, anything on the other side of our obvious ocean.
Nope.
So the pelican just came from nowhere.
Yup.
Do you have to fly in the... Ask him if he has to fly in the circle, or if he can
Could
help
have
us
asked
out.
what he saw from way the hell up there.
That's what I was trying to get at. But apparently the pelican just didn't see fucking shit.
He doesn't see an offshore land that you guys keep saying.
Well, offshore land literally means land off of our shore as well.
He does not see any of that. Just got here.
You just don't see anything from up there. Just staring.
What the fuck are you guys asking me?
Like the pelican literally doesn't
What
see
did you
shit.
see?
He saw nothing. He saw fish and ocean.
So there's literally nothing in the fucking water.
No!
He's 100 feet in the air and there's nothing to see.
No!
He's just a damn pelican.
I don't
Why
remember
would-
ever saying something about something being offshore in the northern arbor.
What
What?
the fuck did that thing in the fucking journal say then?
I don't know. Maybe you guys should remember this shit.
You're the one writing the fucking story! Why the fuck you said I got caught, I have to leave, going offshore? I don't understand.
I thought they were hardcore interrogating a pelican.
So
It could
he went
mean,
offshore.
Kenyana, that he went like underwater because it left a pool of oil. He's probably in a submarine.
Or took a boat. No point.
Why?
He's throwing
Why
stuff
would you
now.
do that?
The interrogation
Why
is
would
getting
you do
more
that?
intense. She's gonna physically interrogate you now.
She said she wanted to express herself, so I gave her a thumbs up.
I think I screwed up my wrist.
Not just hunters, titans too, warlocks.
But it's just a pelican.
What did you say? May Guppy be with you?
Okay, checked out.
I don't know if Philip's there.
Security baggage.
I
Interrogation.
didn't know what else to like ask.
Back's killing me.
And I don't know what else you could have asked.
There.
How long does your speak
Three-
with animals last?
Bree's able to key is able to sacrifice things with her key in order to
She said this site
get a random thing to happen, and literally the one is just someone's pelican.
High security baggage.
Yeah.
So see someone pelican.
Everything okay, Guardian?
Is Kenyana okay?
I don't think so.
Not gonna be a problem.
Room 709. Room 709.
Gonna need someone to shut off the power.
Are you able to turn into flying animals? Oh.
Eververse isn't just a title, it's a promise. Yeah, there we go.
She's from Core, he's from Southwell. It's the old story.
Excuse you. Well, I have no idea what happened, but I hope that she's okay on the other end. What could you have done?
Fix this.
There you go.
Alright, what's up?
I don't know. Where did we leave off?
Pelican has no idea what you guys keep asking him about.
Is Kenyana okay?
I think so.
Eververse has the goods.
This is taking forever.
She dispelled her magic, but you weren't out here. Is it like she thought immediately after that there was something else you wanted to ask him? So
I'll just say that you didn't dispel your magic. You can still talk to him.
The underwater is a good idea, apparently.
I mean,
You missed that.
well, persuasion?
Hey,
Like, roll for a persuasion check.
Just do a persuasion check. Just see persuasion.
He looks at you, kind of upset, and goes, "No, I'm not gonna catch a fucking fish for you."
I look off the dock and just see if there's anything
I can get you
that
some
I
bait.
can see in the water.
There was a piece of, like, the oil. The
Like
pool of oil.
animals.
Yeah, there's, like, some minnows that are swimming around. Couple, like, turtles. Sea turtles that are a little bit deeper than that.
Next, can you try to get any of these attention without startling them?
Is he still there?
Who?
Loco?
I haven't talked to Loco, so I don't know.
Oh, you guys not in the front thing?
I left so I could do the DnD session.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see him though when I checked not too long ago.
Damn it. Because Megan said he was.
Go ahead, Fox. Okay. You do that. Yeah, one of them comes up, kind of looking at you inquisitively. He's a lot more calm than the pelican is, who is now back up in the air, circling around.
Be sure to pocket my key.
You mean
Let me know
big
next time
lobster?
you watch these
We're
roosters.
fine.
I have my bait.
Yeah, like a big lobster. Really big. I'm American. Put that in feet.
Is something been chewing on these?
American turtles.
I'm being dead ass serious. I don't know how big that is. How big is that in feet?
I think I screwed up my
Quarantine
wrist.
it.
I put meters down? Wow. Fuck me.
I like Philip want that to be
He's just gonna tell you that it's like
Right.
15 feet wide and 30 feet long. A lobster.
lobster pig. It's down the barbarian terms.
You're like, oh. So nothing is.
I saw that frame standing in a corner for like an hour.
It leaks black stuff, like a squid inking. It's weird.
A robotic lobster. Robotic lobster.
Nothing left to do, Guardians. Get to work.
Submarine.
You woke and don't age the way people pain human, you know?
Yes. I can't talk to it like most lobsters. What is this man you speak of? Oh. I can't... Maybe? I don't really know. It's got like eyes with light coming from them, but I can't like see in them. I don't really want to get close to this thing. This thing's scary. Makes noise. Down. Yeah, like down, down, down. Yeah, she's questioning a sea turtle. No.
What all can Song's boat turn into?
Big boat and a small boat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna turn into the yellow submarine.
I couldn't remember if there were 3 options or just the 2.
Okay. I will try. Thank you. You too. Well, I mean, Pelican was kind of an asshole anyways.
When Nim is talking to animals, does she talk like the animals, or do we understand what she is saying?
Oh no, you definitely don't understand a goddamn thing she just said. It was like
Okay, then.
whatever sound sea turtles make, because I don't even fucking know.
Something? Just keep moving. One step at a time.
That's kind of what I thought. Okay. You do that.
I can't follow in this.
Alright, so there's no way we're gonna be able to follow him now.
Nothing's
Giant fucking
impossible.
lobster.
We just need to figure something out.
Here to help.
Apparently.
Affirmative. Sounds good.
Most likely.
Potentially.
We could try to reason with him.
The Vanguard keeps supply vendors towards the city as clear as possible across hostile territory. I've marked
Song is in the party, and that may be an issue.
There's always submission. What's an angry god
What
that's
happened now?
lost gonna do?
What I miss?
Giant whale things?
What about
No,
the
I
giant
miss
whale?
this right now.
Well, the giant well obviously is working for someone else. What's the matter of if the whale is persuaded or intimidated into what he's doing? Because, no, but there's some things that go above power oftentimes is going to speak a lot louder than any words can. We don't have to kill him, we just have to dominate him. So we can see if we can talk to whatever that whale is, or we can see if there's another way to find a way down. There's a bunch of rich people in this area, so maybe someone has some ties. We could try to convince Lettuce again. I would rather not subject Song to her, though.
The last time we talked to Lettuce, she asked you to kill the whale.
Well, not talking about the whale, seeing if Lettuce has connections.
Ooh, last time
We could
talked to
even try to
Latest, we
use our connections with the Tea Party.
canceled the plans.
Yeah.
She probably would be upset to find that we raided her little mini dungeon, though.
She doesn't need to know we have the mace.
Yeah, we shouldn't probably go back to her. Not anytime soon.
That's a preference against Tarkal.
Two o'clock.
We can talk to Kale, maybe. I don't hate him, I just don't like him.
Why do you need to talk to
Kale
Kale?
more than the Siren. There's connections. If we're not gonna sit there... Yeah, but we have a connection with Kale, and Kale doesn't necessarily have anything against us. The only people in this party that Kale would probably not like is Dojima. Because I'm pretty sure the guy that we had to read with potentially is dead now. I don't remember if he's one of the people that died or not.
Most likely.
Oh, the one that thought Gilgamesh was dead?
Yeah.
He is still alive.
Never mind. I couldn't remember.
He has
who
the hat
died
of
in
many
that.
disguises, so...
Yeah. We're still in good graces with both the Siren and the Tea Party. And if we're not gonna hunt the whale and do this by ourselves, we can use the cards we have. My dislike for one side doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's in my best interest. We just need to find a way down, because right now Barry obviously lied, and that's what bothers Tarkal the most. Well, actually, Tarkal doesn't know that Barry lied. Tarkal wasn't really there when he got released. But the plan. So, are we going to play our cards, or are we going to try to figure out the whale? What's the team for? I'm not going to make it like this is a democracy. It's not a dictatorship.
Alright, we can go after the whale. Might
There's also
use it.
potential if the
would
whale's
like
a
to-
god, we can understand him.
Song would like to wonder if Guppy's gonna protect her from this whale if shit goes sideways.
I also have my trident that can charm the whale potentially.
True.
Well, everything's a potential right now.
Do I need to roll for something?
Because the whale
Is that
might
what
be
you're
able
about
to
to
take
say?
us.
Okay.
The whale might be able to take us down to wherever the lobster went. We can right inside its mouth. Who knows?
Your connection with Guppy is not that strong.
That is fair.
Kind of a new, what word is?
Disciple.
Either works.
And we can head for the whale because we're probably not going to be able to... We're not going to be able to follow this any farther now.
It's pretty late.
Do you guys want to make the decision now, or we can make the decision next session?
We can probably wait till next session if anything.
Okay.
That's good with me.
We'll reconvene on Sunday
Okie dokie.
Okie doke.
Alright.
Yeah.
Philip, watch that video. Before you leave, watch it. Right meow.
How about...
It's only